what you do when you're doing, and then when you're doing commercial reads and stuff like that. But like,
which is why TV is such the giant difference than podcasting, because podcasting is literally just videotaping a conversation.
You're just going
right.
Yeah, no, and those are just things you pick up on. But yeah, no, like it's as far as the idea, like, oh my God, the world's gonna end. It's nothing. It's absolutely nothing. But like, it's more detrimental to get tossed into like a restaurant atmosphere than it is to like the worst thing that would happen on TV is you just go, or you say one of the seven
deadly words
that we can't say.
Yeah.
But even then, well, now I can't because I'm on network TV. But when I was at NBC, we were on cable. That actually didn't count.
Oh, you could say some things. Kind of like we can.
No. You can say all the things.
Oh,
it's cable.
But you can on like cable TV shows.
Oh, you can.
You can like HBO, but you couldn't like on FX.
No. Yes, you can.
Oh, really?
Yes, you can.
Oh, I didn't know that.
It's just that it's why if you like watch every now and then be a show on FX that like drops an F-bomb and you're like, wait, you can do that? It's like, yeah, you can. Anything that's not over the air, you can. It's just one of those things. Like, I'll give you the short version of the discussion we had afterwards. One of us may or may not have used one of those words.
Nice.
May have had a rough night the night before. May have still been struggling that morning because it was very, very early. It was like one of those like 11 o'clock tip-offs.
May have torn their ACL after an Oregon USC game.
No. It was a hamstring, sir, and it was not me. But he used one, and the other hosts kind of looked at each other like, "Oh no, we're dead. We're about to get fired." And our producer told us afterwards, "You're not in trouble. Just don't ever do it again." It's like, you're actually on cable. We can't get fined for that. Just don't let it happen again.
Well, I told you the story about me being caught on a hot mic in high school.
Oh, God.
Having a true conversation, and the dial just rolled up just to check my levels. I said a statement completely out of context. Dial rolls down, goes across the entire network. And I'm lucky I didn't get suspended for that. Maybe even expelled.
I would say canceled.
Yeah. We didn't have canceling back then.
You would have invented it.
Is that go on the resume? I invented canceling.
Yeah,
I was canceled so hard that I created the term.
Do
you put that on your resume?
You were harassed.
Yeah. Do you put that on your resume?
I mean,
like,
aren't you the guy that it was so bad that like you start like it's like Clemsoning?
I was just about to say Wazoo has Coogan it, and every once in a while somebody's like, that's Clemson's term, and I'm like, are we arguing who wants to claim this?
I mean, yes.
I don't want to claim it.
Here's the thing. Clemsoning happened first. Cooging it sounds better.
Happens more often, too.
But I mean, okay, if I say you Clemsoned it, it's like, But if I say you cooged it, you're like,
Well, and Clemson's a weird word, too, because there's like a soft P in there.
Yeah,
it's like Clemson.
Yeah. But you say cooging it.
Cooging it.
Cooging it sounds fun.
Also, cougars. Mm-hmm. That helps. Yeah. Like everybody loves a cougar.
But it's a fun word to say. I like fun words. Simple.
Happy St. Patrick's Day. Ditto.
Oh no, my pants.
I got zero.
My pants.
I got nothing. No green on the body today. My name is Patrick. I am Irish.
Are we on YouTube? Because I have my pants off now.
There you go. Your pants are off?
I had given down to the shorts. I was hot.
Oh, dude. Warn somebody before you go that route. I can't see your lower half.
I love that from Case. Case is just like, pants are off?
I can't see your lower half, and I just got really scared there for a moment that you weren't wearing pants.
Come on.
That would be an HR violation. I would report you to HR.
Number one, we don't have HR.
Number two, we do. It's probably Jordan Schultz.
No.
Is probably our HR guy here.
We don't have HR.
He's just Winnie the Pooh in it?
I think so, dude. Not gonna lie, I used to sleep Winnie the Pooh all the time, and then I ditched the shirt.
Oh no!
And now I'm just raw in it.
I can't do that.
Oh, Winnie the Pooh is one of the greatest things ever.
It's awkward to me.
Really?
Yeah, I can't.
All dangling and hanging.
Look at me. If you want to go all natural, all right, cool. But like, it's either all or none. That's the situation we're operating in.
Full go or no go?
Yeah, no.
That's a little too 10 toes down for me.
See, I mean, I like the tank top.
Tank top and nothing else?
No.
Tank top and Winnie the Pooh?
I was going to say, that is still Winnie the Poohing, but on a way crazier level.
No, with drawers. But no, I mean, if I was going to, that'd be the more unhinged version. Get the real long tank top. Can you say shirt cock in it? Because I think that's
I think
what
you just did.
I think that's what I did.
I think you just did.
Was that Deadpool? Is that what it was?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think that is a Deadpool reference.
I think that's if you go like the extended tank top, I think that's the move.
My name is Patrick. I am Irish, and I used to work in bars, and this holiday can go to hell.
Oh, right. Is there a worse bar holiday?
No.
What? How does this compare to Halloween?
Halloween, everybody's in good spirits.
For the most part,
Yeah.
but they aren't in good spirits for St. Patrick's Day.
Everybody just wants to get it. See, the
It's
thing
a
is,
race to get hammered.
Yeah, the thing is with like New Year's Eve, Halloween, the day before Thanksgiving.
There's always some other thing.
There's other things. You're dressing up. You're whether it's a costume or a suit. Families in town. 4th of July, America balls.
Now,
yeah,
this is just 100%
this is
about
just
drinking.
how fast can you get there? Like nobody sits on St. Patty's Day and is like, I find this Bushmills to be tastier than Jameson.
Yeah.
Nobody does that. It's like, yo, give me more Tully.
That's fair. What,
Side note, Tully's my jam.
this or Cinco de Mayo?
Cinco de Mayo is tacos, dude.
That's true. You get a little food in there.
Dude, Irish food is not awesome food.
You just say
Let's
it.
not be around it.
It's our people. We can say it. It sucks.
It sucks.
It
Yeah.
sucks something fierce.
It
There's nothing
It gives
redemptive
the
about it.
Brits a run for their money.
Yeah, the only thing is we use more potatoes.
Well, yeah. What's more Irish than having potatoes?
Nothing.
Not having potatoes. Yeah, I can say that because I'm Irish.
Indeed.
Yeah, not a big fan.
Don't
of
you
today.
dare talk about the famine.
St. Patrick, who drove the snakes from Ireland.
It's your day.
I'm going to go out on a limb and say those snakes aren't real snakes. I'm going to go out on a limb and say they're Protestants and probably black people.
Oh.
And the guy cleared the land of all these sinners.
That's tough.
I'm going to go out on a limb and say, I'll bet you that historical story there is not so great.
I'm going to go ahead and keep with calling you St. Patrick.
Oh, thanks. Wonderful. Wonderful.
Old St. Patty over here.
St. Patty. Paddy.
St. Pat.
Oh, God. That might be worse than just Pat.
Right?
No, I think I'd take St. Pat over Pat.
Yeah, I mean, if you throw a saint on it, it sounds
Yeah,
a little
you
better.
sound badass.
Right?
It's like you could be Elton John or you could be Sir Elton John. Like Sir Elton sounds a lot better than Elton John.
Elton John, definitely not a great name.
Sir Paul McCartney.
Even
It's a great
again,
name.
Paul McCartney, not a big fan.
Sir Idris Elba. His name was already cool to begin
It
with,
was,
though.
but also, look, I'm not for the monarchy in any form, but knighting someone's pretty baller.
It's pretty awesome.
Right?
You are knighted for your contributions to your country in entertainment.
Yeah.
That is McCartney, Elton John,
Even
Idris
then- even
Elba,
then, just stop. You were knighted.
Sir David Beckham
Yeah.
for your left foot. Or sorry, I think it's his right foot.
Yeah. All because
Maybe
your
it's
toes
his
are
left.
I don't know. His toes are all crooked. I know that.
The Queen knighted the entire World Cup winning team for England.
Oh,
When
really?
they won in 56.
Crazy.
Yeah, Sir Bobby Charlton. They all
Yeah.
got knighted for winning the World Cup.
And then you got old Man U manager.
Sir Alex
Yeah.
Ferguson, and
Yeah,
he's
Fergie.
Scottish.
Yeah.
He's not even English.
That's tough.
Is that the baller move?
Yeah.
To be knighted but not from England?
Like-
I mean, I guess Scotland, it counts as the UK, Britain.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's,
I don't think the Scots love the monarchy in
no,
England.
I tell you who really doesn't. The Irish.
Yes, let me tell you, yes, the Irish really don't.
My island.
Yeah, that's such a good line.
It's such a great line.
What do you mean your island? Why do you call it my island? Because it's mine. I do love a good movie that has like the token foreigner that is like the coolest dude.
Oh, yeah. Every single time.
Yeah.
Every single time. And leaning into the crazy of that was...
Because in Braveheart, we're all rooting for the Scottish to beat the English, like everybody is. And then the crazy
there a-
Irishman
yeah.
shows up, and you're like, that's my guy.
Is there ever a movie where you're like, well, I shouldn't say that, World War II movies, where you're rooting for the Brits? Like Pirates of the
yeah.
Caribbean, you're rooting for the pirates.
Yeah, I think it's just World War II.
Yeah, like World War II, you're like,
Only because we bailed you out.
you know what I mean? Like it's one of those situations. It's like, fine, but every other time we're like, you know, what was it? Mel Gibson Revolutionary War movie? God damn, totally blanking on it.
Sorry, what?
The Mel Gibson Revolutionary
Patriot.
War. Patriot.
Jason Isaac.
God, he's such a good villain.
Such a good villain.
But yeah, who are we rooting for?
USA! USA! USA!
Down with the Redcoats. Like at what point in time, like even in a, like what is it? What's the little girl soccer movie? Is it Bend It Like Beckham?
Yeah.
You're still
Keira Knightley.
Yeah, you're still mad at England. You know what I mean? You always want to stick it to the Union Jack.
Always, man. One of my favorite things about watching the World Cup is watching how is England going to choke this away.
What painful way are they going to do this in?
Yeah.
What's more fun to watch?
And they deliver all the
Right?
time.
What's more fun to watch? England do it or Canada do it?
Well, of late, it's been Canada.
Canada's been really just chewing
Canada
that
hockey,
bullet.
Canada baseball, like, suck it, losers. USA down here saying
Both
what's
Canada
up.
hockey.
Oh, that's right. Both
Men's
men
and
and women.
It's tough.
World Baseball Classic. Smacked them around.
Blue Jays?
Blue Jay. Oh, see, I don't count that. I don't think about that.
Why? It's their team.
How many Canadians are on the Blue Jays?
Doesn't matter. It's their team.
There is one.
They also claim the Raptors. That is their team.
Casey, would you like to guess the one Canadian-born player on the Toronto Blue Jays? It's really obvious.
Is it bad that I already looked it up?
Dude, what is your problem?
He just wanted to know.
You know this
wanted to
answer.
know.
Do you know this answer?
It's Vladdy, isn't
It's
it?
Vladimir
Yeah.
Guerrero Jr.
'Cause he was born in
Montreal.
Yeah.
Playing for the Dominican. My ass.
Well, he's not going to play for the French.
She doesn't even go here.
Yeah.
That's what that feels like to me.
Little homeschool jungle freak.
Yeah. Well, when you got a badass parent like Vladdy Sr. and you're from a sweet island and all your friends are on the team, then yeah, I guess I'm in.
Yeah, it's also pretty cool team.
Pretty cool team.
And you're also maybe the best player on their team.
I want to be invited. Yeah, if you bet cleanup for that
VR?
roster, you're good.
You're pretty good.
You're good.
That's a little bit of a. What are you smelling? Oh, nothing.
We got him, boys.
Yeah. Oakley Dokley, we got a great show for you today. A little bit of football to get into throughout the show. It's a free consultation Tuesday, so get those in on the fan text line or the YouTube chat. Dante Moore in the headlines talking about something serious, and it's also near and dear to our hearts here on this show. We'll get into that. We'll talk a little Blazers and salary cap and Scoot. But let's start with the breaking news out of the NFL this morning. A big trade goes down. Who wins, who loses, and what to expect from this will start in Denver. 105.1 The Fan.
It's time for the...
10:19 here, Portland Sports Leader. Don't you forget it, babe. We're live from the shadows of the historic Fremont Bridge. 503-864-6326 is the fan text line. She'll let you interact with us throughout the entire day. Shout out over on the YouTubes. They're giving love to the dames of the world, too. Not Damian Lillard. But the men are knighted. The women are damed. Dame Helen Mirren. Dame Judi Dench. Doesn't sound as great, though.
I will say, it does for Helen Mirren.
Well,
I don't know why.
She is just smoke show. Sorry, boss.
It rolls off your tongue. It's like the difference between Cougan it and Clemsoning it.
Canada also lost to the United States in the gold medal game in the Paralympics hockey too. Suck it there, three-peat, baby.
Yeah, they had one of those guys on ESPN yesterday, I think, and apparently the USA's won like 3 of the last 4.
Dude, that hockey is badass.
Dude, to be on like a
so
sled
hard.
like that and just like
and they like use the gloves to like scoot around.
Knuckle it
Holy
around.
goodness, dude.
Yeah.
Your upper body must be unreal.
Every time I see the Paralympics, I'm just like, I'm a bitch.
Right, dude?
Like,
the wheelchair basketball, insane.
I mean, which honestly is like
it all looks harder.
not only that, it's like Death Derby, man. Those guys crush each other. It's like
what are your
whoa.
fingers? Just banging each other in your
Mauled.
wheelchairs? Gross.
I mean, what are you gonna say? I mean, you run in. This is gonna get dark.
Shocking.
I know, but I mean, you run into each other. What are you gonna do? Break your legs?
I suppose that's true.
And I mean, it's like,
That's a little insensitive, Danny.
but they're also gonna make that exact same.
Shout out Paralympians.
No.
That S ain't easy.
No, when you see those guys, man, it's awesome.
Yeah.
Anytime I ever see somebody on like one of those, clearly they're probably in a wheelchair for the rest of their life kind of deal, and you see how well they get around, but not just like like they get around better than you do with legs, and you're like, I need to get my stuff together.
Yeah.
Like that's like anytime I ever see somebody with the wheelchair that's like the canted angle, and I see them like going upstairs like it's nothing.
And half the time they're like lifting themselves
Yeah,
to do it.
and you're like, bro, how strong are you? The answer is very.
Shout out Paralympians. Breaking news in the NFL this morning hit on my way into work. I think I just was about to leave the house. As it is reported, the Miami Dolphins have traded Jalen Waddle to the Denver Broncos for a first and a fifth and a swap of the fourth, I believe.
Is that what it was? Yeah,
I believe that's what it is.
So I thought I saw a third in there.
First, a third, and a fourth.
First, the third, and the fourth is a swap, correct? I think so. Where do you want to go, Danny? You want to look at the Denver side of this or the Miami side of this?
I think start with the Miami side of it, just because, duh.
Yeah. It's funny. It was one of those things that when it came across, I was like, oh, they traded Jalen. Oh, right. They should have traded Jalen Waddle. At first, it like caught me off guard, and then I was like, oh, right. They're tearing the whole thing down.
There's not a quarterback there.
No. I mean, maybe Malik Pops. I think they draft a quarterback next year in what, fool me twice, shame on me, should be a really good quarterback draft. Tear it down to the studs. I think they got good value for him. A guy making that much money and you're able to get a first. Look, I'm going to continue to beat this drum.
And you don't care about the salary cap this year.
Yeah,
so.
and Denver, well, I know we'll get to them. It's a 30th overall. It's not like they let go of a 10th.
No,
top 10 pick.
It is still a first-round pick, which is valuable.
Which is valuable.
That fifth year, it matters.
But, they get rid of Jalen Waddle's contract and they restart to build it the right way in theory. And that'll be the big challenge for them. This draft and next year for the Miami Dolphins will set them up for the next 10 years maybe of what that franchise looks like. Because if they go get a Tua again in the draft, say next year, and it turns out to be Tua again, we're going to be right back in this conversation in 10 years. So stockpile picks this year, you're going to be super bad this coming year. And this year and next year's draft are super valuable for them. And I thought they got good value for a guy whose contract is pretty massive. Jalen Waddle makes a lot of money.
He does. And
for the record, I like Jalen Waddle a lot.
If you're asking me, gun to my head, Jalen Waddle or CeeDee Lamb, I'm going to take Waddle.
I think so too.
And again, it's not a slight to CeeDee. He's a good wide receiver. It's just
Alabama receivers have become really strange to me. They all hit, quote unquote.
They're all tiny.
And they're all small, and I don't know if they hit per se.
Yeah.
Like I remember when Denver got Jerry Jeudy and the Raiders got Henry Ruggs, and we know what happened with Ruggs, so I don't want to necessarily kill them for that. I was like, man, these are home run wide receivers. And Jeudy, what's he on his third team? Is he in
Yeah.
Cleveland now? Right? Is Jerry Jeudy in Cleveland? Or he was last year?
Yeah, it was last year.
You know, Devonta's been really good in Philly, but he's not a 1.
No, he's $170.
And again, he's small. CeeDee's probably the biggest of all of them, but he's skinny.
Calvin Ridley.
There's no Calvin Ridley. There's no Julio. Like, Julio is the outlier. And I know you are a giant Julio Jones fan, Casey. Julio's the outlier of just yoked, stacked big dude.
And before that, another Raider, Alabama wide receiver, you got Amari Cooper.
Amari Cooper. See, I liked Amari too, but again, small.
Yeah.
I liked Amari in the beginning of Amari.
Yeah.
Had some nice flashes in Dallas. And then switch this over to the Broncos side. I think it's a good get for them. I think giving
Colton
up.
Sutton's not a 1.
I agreed, but now you've got 2 2s.
Yeah.
You got 2 really good 2s.
No, like I think you can make the argument that they're both like the bottom end 1s, but because of their particular skill sets, they're going to balance each other out really well.
I think so too. I'm not a Cortland Sutton guy. I thought they overpaid him, and now they've got 2 wide receivers that are probably overpaid. But you got Bo on a cheap deal still. Excuse me. And your window's now.
Yeah.
I mean, you are literally Bo's ankle away from going to the Super Bowl, because I will not hear for it any other way. Bo's healthy. Denver wins that game.
Oh, yeah, no.
I don't think it's close. There was nothing that Drake May showed me in that game or in the Super Bowl. Quite frankly, look, we bash on C.J. Stroud. We bash on Aaron Rodgers, all the quarterbacks that everybody went through in the AFC. May was not very good.
No.
And Denver is Bo's ankle away from a Super Bowl. I think Waddle can put them over that edge and make them. I think Denver loses to Seattle in the Super Bowl.
Sure.
But Denver with Waddle, that may be a different game.
I'm in the
Just
other side of it.
Just another weapon.
I'm on the other side of it because I do think Cortland Sutton's a true number 1. He
Okay.
has, again, last year, 74 receptions for 1,000 yards. The year before that, 81 receptions for 1,000. The year before that, big injury, 59 receptions for 772 and 10 touchdowns. So he's an 1,000-yard, 8-touchdown-a-year guy. He just needs the opportunity to, again, spread the field, create space. Jalen Waddle's going to get them a lot of big numbers down the field.
Yeah, I mean, he's also going to take the top off the coverage.
Now
Waddle might, with Tyreek Hill, his leg falling off, Waddle might be the fastest wide receiver in the league right now.
Ooh, is that true?
He's in the argument.
Yeah.
By size, yes.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, I'd say Calvin Austin and probably Zay Flowers,
Yeah.
but obviously they're 4 inches and 20 pounds shorter than
25
him.
pounds. Yeah, Waddle's a guy that can run every route while also taking the top of the coverage off.
Yeah, without a doubt.
Does Waddle improve this team more than the 30th overall and a 3rd-round pick? That's the question you have to ask yourself. Because salary
it's tough.
caps aren't real. Remember,
Yeah, no,
salary caps aren't real, so let's not worry about
that's
money.
the argument you have to make is like, what could we possibly get there?
Is he better than a 30th? I think so. The 30th overall.
Well,
now you add a 3rd. Is that a depth piece? Is that an offensive line depth? Is that a linebacker who pops?
It depends on who's available at 30.
I know.
That's
I know.
How deep do we think this receiver draft is?
That's
Yeah.
another great
Because
question.
I think it's a relatively deep receiver draft.
Well,
it's 5 or 6 for sure.
There's 4 that could go in the first round.
And that's what I mean. Like,
Like if 4 go in the first round, I don't expect the class to just drop off.
And again, none of the guys that are listed of the top 4 to go in the first round, none of them were on the national championship team that won last year. And Elijah Surratt and Omar Cooper Jr. are still out there.
yeah.
That is true. They are not the high ones.
Yeah, you've got Tate, you've got Lemon, you've got Tyson, and then
And Denzel Boston is projected in the first round as well.
Then you have Branch, Surratt, Omar Cooper.
like if you're telling me right now that either Surratt or Cooper or Boston ended up being as good or better than Jalen Waddle, that's not a shot at Jalen Waddle. That's not an impossibility.
That's a good point.
You know
That's a
what I mean?
good point.
Is it? Here's the thing.
But you have to think Denver inside doesn't think that.
No, and that's the thing is, like, I don't like the Broncos. I will never like the Broncos. That's full stop.
Well, we've gone over this. Most people don't like
Yes,
the Broncos.
But with that being said, the evaluation they're making is we're going to go with a quantifiably measured production. And the cost of that is X, and we are willing to do Y. And so they did. That is
it's a proven commodity.
That's the thing. It's like you are taking the mystery box equation out of it, and for sometimes to do that requires equity.
Well, we talked about this a couple weeks ago when I brought up somebody in Cleveland I don't know why it was Cleveland. Oh, probably because it's Ohio. Was reporting that Marvin Harrison Jr. could be had for a 2nd-round pick. Mm-hmm. dare I say, if Jalen Waddle goes to Denver for a first rounder,
First and a third.
Marvin Harrison Jr. is not a second round pick.
No.
That's a first round pick.
Yeah.
But again, it's taking away that mystery box component.
Mm-hmm.
You know what you're getting. And maybe, dare I say, is that not the smart route to do when you're this close to getting to the Super Bowl? If you're that close, why not screw the risk?
Mm-hmm.
I'll bring in Andre Iguodala instead of bringing in a rookie.
The Harrison Barnes.
Yeah. Andre is going to, I know what I'm getting from him.
And that
Harrison might become a better player than him, but I know what I'm getting.
And that's the thing is if it depends on where you're at in your development pipeline, where you are in your production cycle. Like, are you a team that's in the AFC title game and chance for a Super Bowl? Known commodity means more. If you're the Raiders, if you're the if you're the Titans, I'm sorry, Jaguars, I'm used to you sucking. If you're the Titans, if you're the Jets, you probably want to roll the dice.
Mm-hmm.
Because why give up equity for something even as good as it is when you don't have the other things?
This texter says, I'm surprised Denver didn't take a bigger swing at wide receiver with Nix's low contract and where the rest of the roster is. Brown and Pickens are crazy, but true number ones. I don't know outside of Waddle what's really available. I mean, we'll talk AJ Brown. We'll talk AJ Brown later today, but his known commodity is twofold.
Mm-hmm.
Very good, very crazy.
Yes.
There's nothing really crazy about Jalen Waddle.
He just does the waddle. Waddle.
I love that we make fun of a guy just because of his last name.
Oh, no, he does.
The orangutan over here.
No, I'm not making fun of him. He does like a little penguin waddle.
Well,
it's great.
If my last name was Waddle, I'd
be waddling everywhere.
I'd probably have a tattoo of a penguin on my butt.
Just like Andre Drummond.
Yeah. Oh, he does?
No.
Why do you know that Andre Drummond has a tattoo of a penguin on his butt?
His nickname is Big Penguin.
Oh, because
which is great. I will say, Big Penguin is one of the better nicknames of recent memory.
This texter, DJ Moore for a second is a better deal for Buffalo than Waddle to Denver. I like Jalen Waddle a lot more than DJ Moore.
And
I don't know if I'm
and
crazy.
Also, the DJ Moore stuff was a little.
I'm not a fan of DJ Moore.
No.
I'm out on DJ Moore. Also, the Bills were never going to get Jalen Waddle in the division.
Not in division. Absolutely not.
No way.
Well, you could for a first and a second.
Yeah, it's going to cost you a lot more.
So
a first, third, and a fourth, not the swap of the fourth.
Yeah, 100%. So.
Be interesting to see how that shakes out, and thanks to the NFL for always being the gift that keeps on giving. Let's get into this.
We had stuff roll over from yesterday. What do you mean?
I know.
I told you coming in yesterday. I was like, it's going to be easy. Wake, bud.
This week is lining up real nice. When we come back, Dante Moore is in the news for a letter he wrote to Governor Tina Kotek, something near and dear to our hearts on this show as well. We'll get into that next. There's Casey with sports.
Now, from the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk, a Sports Center update on the Fan Sports Network, 105.1 FM and 1080 AM.
First on the Fan, your Portland Trailblazers picked up a win yesterday, beating the Brooklyn Nets 114-95. Tumani Kamara was the leading scorer with 18 points, as 7 Blazers ended in double figures. Portland will take on the Pacers tomorrow at 4:30, continuing their road trip over in Indiana. Some NFL news for you, as the Broncos are trading for wide receiver Jalen Waddle in exchange for the first, third, and fourth round picks in this year's draft. The Broncos will receive a fourth round pick in return as Miami continues to load up on draft picks. The World Baseball Classic Championship is tonight, as Team USA will face off against Ronald Acuna Jr. and Team Venezuela. Tonight at 5 p.m., Nolan McLean on the bump for the Stars and Stripes, as Eduardo Rodriguez will throw for Venezuela. The U.S. enters as -280 betting favorites. And finally, some college basketball for you as we get the first 2 games of the first 4, as the UMBC Retrievers will take on the Howard Bison to decide who will be the 16th seed taking on Michigan out of the Midwest bracket. And in the West bracket, Texas will take on NC State today at 6:15 to decide who will take on BYU right here in Portland. And for more sports scores and stories in 30 minutes, I'm Casey Smith from the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk. Hurt, missing work? Insurance companies acting like jerks? Don't call your mom. Call George McCoy at WarrenAllen.com.
The Fan is live on YouTube and Twitch. And now
We'll check in on the future point guard of the Portland Trailblazers and how he's doing so far. We'll do that in about 10 minutes, 15 minutes or so. In the hour number deuce, we'll get into some more football. We'll check in on Oregon State athletics for a hot second, and we will get to that Eagles conversation plus web gems. But this really cool article came across Oregon Live, the Oregonian from Ryan Clark, talking about Dante Moore, the quarterback at the University of Oregon. We were all familiar with him. I lament longingly for how much I love Dante Moore, so much to the point that I am accused of being a duck honk, a secret duck honk.
Maybe you're just closet UCLA fan.
Oh, maybe that's it. Secretly, I'm like, you know how I'm going to get Danny? It's not the Ducks. It's the Bruins.
Well, I mean, I just feel bad for you.
I know you're not really mad. And then we've got Danny over here who thinks Dante Moore sucks and should go somewhere else and not be the quarterback of the Raiders.
No. That part I believe in. That part I believe in. Definitely believe he should have gone to the NFL.
Oh,
Definitely believe he
yeah,
should
I know
go to the
because
NFL.
I know. But that's not important here. The cool story that Ryan Clark put out about Dante Moore is that he sent a letter to Tina Kotek, the governor of Oregon, talking to her about mental health and reaching out for more services to be provided for mental health for youth. He cites the second leading cause of death for youth is suicide. He's talked about his own struggles with it. His mother had breast cancer. I'm a son of a mother who is a 2-time breast cancer survivor. Mental health is something we don't mess around with on this show. Danny, you experienced a lot of it, especially serving in the military, seeing some stuff over there that no one can imagine what they see, and little old me who hasn't still struggles with mental health stuff. You know, I'll share on the air right now. I just had my second therapy session yesterday for the first time in my life, and it's kind of freaking me out.
Yeah.
And it's freaking me out, I think, in a good way, but I got done yesterday, and, you know, I don't think I have a ton of deep, dark things that I need to figure out, but I'm ready. I know I can be a better person, and I got done, and my hands are shaky, and I don't know what to do. For Dante Moore to be this young, this aware, use his platform for something so easily overlooked in our society is just kudos and makes me love the guy even more.
Yeah, it's one of those things where no matter what it is, whether you're working in therapy or it's a mental health advocacy or whatever it is, it's, you know, when you shine the light on the dark corners of your soul, of your heart, of your brain, whatever you want to call it, man, it's not something you can really process alone. It's not. It's you know, the whole like self-help idea. You try to do this stuff on your own, it ain't gonna work, man. And so the idea of having people have more access to it and have a better understanding of it, I think it's a good thing. It's interesting that, you know, he's choosing to do that and be public facing here. It's not an easy thing to do.
It's not.
I mean, I've talked about the stuff that I struggle with, man. And 9 months ago, I had a gun to my head.
Yeah.
Like, I know. I know how bad this can get. So this part of it is huge. I have my own kind of political ideologies. I don't think the government does a great job of taking care of this stuff. Shout out to the VA.
Hey, you know what? We might agree something on politics right here. I think the government's pretty bad when it comes to mental health.
Yeah, and not only that, like I don't necessarily want them being who handles it.
Fair.
But we do need to find better ways to handle it. We need to kind of throw both arms around it in a sense and figure something out because, you know, it's the number 2 leading cause of deaths for young adults. It's the number 1 cause of death for veterans.
Oh, I believe that.
22. 22.
I believe
that's
that.
how many we lose a day.
Dante Moore wrote, I recently challenged my teammates to lead beyond the field and use our platform to support people who feel voiceless. Leadership is not just about what we do on Saturdays. It is about who we stand up for every day. As a quarterback, I am expected to lead, stay composed, and carry responsibility for my team. Learning how to care for my own mental health made me a better leader, teammate, and student. I know what it feels like to struggle in silence. I also know what it feels like to be supported and to come back stronger. That support saved me. Just congrats. Good on you, bud.
Yeah.
Because I'm 40, and I don't know if I'm leading that charge in my workplace environment. Let's call it that. It's a workplace environment down there at Oregon football, like it is for any collegiate sport, quote unquote, these days. And to be, you know, the second highest paid guy at the office, who's not the owner of the company, but is a big cog in the wheel, to come out and say that, like, I give you a ton of credit, especially at his age. Can he buy alcohol?
No.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like 20, dude, I'm 40 and I don't know if I got that in me. And I'm an outgoing, I'll talk to anybody,
Yeah.
hang out, do anything
Look at what
kind
we
of
do for a
guy.
living.
Yeah, and I worked in restaurants for 20 years. I don't know, man. I've had these conversations with people behind closed doors.
Must have been gross. You worked in restaurants longer than that dude's been alive.
That sucks, dude. Why'd you do that?
I
was feeling real good
I
about
saw the
this.
opportunity to just drag you down here with me.
Thanks, bud.
Appreciate you.
Appreciate the support. To be able to do that, like, I've had these conversations as a manager in restaurants. I've had these convos behind closed doors. I've had convos with people about some really serious, gross stuff that has happened to them. I've never had that conversation with me on the other side. And for Dante to see that at his age is valuable. And I'll tell you what, assuming he continues to develop and continue to progress as a quarterback in the Oregon system, boy, this is a giant green flag for NFL teams.
Yeah.
I think so. Like, I got a real adult here. And he's only 20 years old.
Everyone's like, we're good.
You softy.
He's already crazy.
You softy. Can't handle the NFL.
Well, in all seriousness.
But that's probably what he's getting ready for. Like, if he probably knows that all the struggles he dealt with in high school, his mom, UCLA to Oregon, probably nothing compared to if he would have gone to the Jets number 2 overall.
Yeah. And all of a sudden, all that money and the big market and media and all those things.
Good-looking kid.
Yeah.
Kudos.
Chew you up and spit you out.
Kudos to Dante for catching it now, and I bet it leads to a long, healthy, successful life for him.
I hope so.
Whether football works or not.
Yeah, I hope it does.
Got a good head on his shoulder. Look at you rooting for Dante. I'm going to get you.
Look,
I'm going to get you a Dante T-shirt.
I mean, that's not gonna happen. But like, I have my fun. I don't want guys to do poorly. I don't want guys to have bad lives. I make my jokes, but come on now.
What you do on the field is not who you are as a
No,
and vice versa.
100%.
Like, some guys on the field are awesome, and off the field are terrible.
Yeah, and look, man, there's some guys that are great dudes that on the field or on the court aren't as good.
Yeah, coach wouldn't play me. That's why I'm not in the league.
Yeah, you know what I mean? It's my hips.
Look at me.
My hips that got me.
I'm already like so uncomfortable that I'm like deflecting. And that's what adults do. And especially our generation. I think our generation, you've seen a lot of comments on the YouTube channel about that. If you're around our age out there listening, like, we're in the weird generation. You know, a lot of people my age struggle to buy a house, struggle to know they can afford to have kids. And some people have passed those opportunities up, and now they're kind of gone. And this is a generation that needs it, and I'm happy the youth are seeing it. Makes me feel better about my kids going forward.
Oh, for sure.
You know, that knowing that hopefully society has something better built for them than what is being given to them now. We all feel better?
There you go.
Okay. We come back. Let's tear it down.
There you go.
Scoot Henderson,
Woo!
his progression, 105.1 The Fan.
hate how it works every time.
I knew it'd grab you. I told Danny in the break, put on your headphones, bro. This always pumps you up.
I slept like crap, so I need a little juice.
There you go, dude.
I'm nicotine-less. I'm caffeine-less.
Dude, you are just raw dogging this world.
It's tough out here.
I found out my therapist believes in like ketamine.
Whoa!
I know. My wife was like, maybe you should try that. I was like, nope, sure don't.
Yeah, nope.
Sure
nope,
don't.
Nope.
I don't do drugs. Like I tell you guys all the time, I don't do drugs.
Yeah, no. I don't want to ride the ayahuasca ketamine.
I am not on there for the ride either.
Nope.
The Trailblazers took a ride last night. They defeat the Brooklyn Nets 114-95. Some news and nuggies here. Donovan with a nice dub.
He had like 9-11 or 11-9 to like 10 minutes.
And then just
It's like, all right.
He finished with 14-11. Your leading scorers were tied of Tumani and Denny at 18. Let's see. A decent night from the floor, 50%. From three, 42%. Free throw numbers got to get better. 72% from the line. But we don't need to talk about this. We were just talking about it in the break. You said, and I quote, Brooklyn might be the worst team you've ever watched.
It was just so bad. They played, no one played more than 26 minutes. The most minutes for the Nets last night was 25, 59, or for the 59 or 56. They adjusted it down.
3 guys off the bench had more minutes than starters.
Yeah, it's 2.
Which I said to Danny, sounds like depth in Brooklyn, and he gave me the classic Danny look of, are you an idiot?
Yeah, it's just, Danny Wolf was running their offense for like 7 minutes straight, and I was just like, look, man, I like me some Danny Wolf. It's fun, but why are we doing this?
Good God, this team sucks.
In case you didn't watch this game, and you shouldn't have.
I didn't. I watched Italy, Venezuela instead.
The Nets went on a 16-0 run, and we're still down 15.
That's bad, dude.
And the Blazers, they played well, but there was nothing there that was special.
That's why I wanted to ask you in the break. If you just look at the box score here, I'm like, what? Nobody did anything.
Honestly, the biggest issue was when the Nets went on that 16-0 run, Jeremy Denny had to stay out there longer.
Just force the hand.
They should have only been out. They probably should have played 5 to 6 minutes less than they did. All because they kind of messed around, played with their food. At one point in time, they had 6 in the fourth quarter. I want to say 5 minutes in, they had 6 turnovers and 4 shot attempts. I think they were 1 of 4. So it was just I get it. I get it. I know they suck, but let's handle business and let's get on out of here. Kind of a deal.
17-51 is the Brooklyn Nets.
Yeah. Put this in perspective. The Nets scored 30 in the fourth quarter, the Blazers 23, and they still lost by 19.
That's wild.
So it was one of those kind of games.
Are we ready to check in on old Scoot Henderson? Have our opinions changed for the better, for the worse?
No.
I think mine hasn't changed. I am concerned. That's where I live. I'm not out.
Yeah.
I'm concerned.
I
like him off the bench. He's done really well off the bench.
Yeah.
But I'm concerned that's it.
How do I say this? My feelings around him have been that there's no outcome between his return and the end of the season that was going to alter me, good or bad.
Okay.
Because he came back with, 26 games remaining, I think is what it was, 26 or 28?
So it's right about the time that we were doing the Denny countdown if he wants to make All-NBA.
Yeah, so there was nothing that he was going to be able to do where I was like, yeah, he's that guy. Because there just wasn't enough, runway.
Sure.
There wasn't enough space to really put that together. My laptop is just sitting over here fighting for its life trying to run this query, so give me a second while I stall for time.
Well, and I think that's the whole part of the situation of what makes his injury so tough this year, and that's why I'm concerned, and that's why I'm not in, out, or anywhere, because I need to see a full season. Now, Shaedon dealt with some injuries, talking about young kids. Mm-hmm. Shaedon dealt with some injuries last year. But this year, at the beginning of the season, he started to show that promise, hence the deal going forward. I think we kind of saw what we think of Shaedon, at least the bare minimum. Mm-hmm. Scoot, only being back for a handful of games, and that's the concerning part. My concern for Scoot is not his play. My concern is like, now next year is the make or break year. And I don't love that due to injuries, and it's not fair to Scoot, that he has a make or break situation of if you are part of the future of this team or not.
Sure.
And that is tough. That is a tough place to be for Scoot. That's a tough place to be for Cronin, Tom Dundon, whoever, whatever happens there, Tiago, myself as a talk show radio host, and you out there as Blazer fans. It just puts us all in a crappy spot.
Okay, so that query just kept tapping out, so I'm just going to go last 15 games for Scoot. Last 15 games, 24 minutes a night, 40, that just refreshed. God, I hate this thing so much. 24 minutes a night.
Is what he's averaging.
In the last 15 games. And in that group, he has got, is it actually, there we go. Sorry, this query is just being nightmare fuel. 24 minutes a night, 14 points on 40% from the floor, 33% from three, 81% from the free throw line. So subpar shooting splits,
yes,
to say the least. The free throw one, I do like seeing that. I would like to see that number higher, but that's fine.
When it comes to free throws, real quick, I just want to see that number higher for everyone.
Not just percentage is fine. If you're shooting over 80%, like fine, because league average I believe is 70.
You're talking about getting to the line more.
Yeah, I want to see the attempts. He's just under 3. I want to see him at 4.5 or more. Assists 3.5. That's a little bit low. Rebounds at 3. 2.2 turnovers. So, his per 36 numbers, you're probably looking at like what 17, 5, 17, 6, and 4. But
with 25 minutes. Or you're saying at 35 minutes?
At 36.
At 36.
So you just kind of ratchet those down. So starter level minutes.
Yeah.
Which if you ratchet them down on average, you're probably looking at like 16, 6, and 4. But the problem is his turnover rate would be one of the highest in the league. His 3-point shooting would be subpar, and his rim finishing would be subpar. So, like, all of the things that have kind of been the bugaboos that have shown up. Inconsistent 3-point shooting, turnovers are loud, rim finishing, while better, is still a problem. Like, those were the 3 biggest things that he struggled with coming in the league, and those are still there.
That's a great point by you in terms of getting to the line more, is his rim finishing. That's the athleticism you see in Scoot. That's what I know you don't love this comparison, and they are a little apples, oranges, but that's why I think about Russ Westbrook when I think about Scoot.
Yeah,
explosiveness and drive to the hoop, and he just doesn't get to the hoop enough, to your point about more free throw attempts. Because look at Denny. Denny grabs the ball, puts his head down, and runs to the hoop. Whether that's effective or not, the way you want to play or not, that's a different conversation for a different day. But the man gets to the stripe a lot by being aggressive in the lane, and I don't know why Scoot doesn't.
So this year, Scoot's really pushed the analytic envelope quite a bit. He's in the 74th percentile in rim field goal percentage of his shots, not finishing. So 28% of his shots are at the rim. 46% of his shots are from 3. So he's in the 57th percentile there, and he's in the 77th percentile. He's upped his corner 3-point rate, which those are less self-created ones. So that's kind of an interesting spot to look at. But if you look at his accuracy, and this is where there's been some growth. His rookie year, he was an atrocious rim finisher. He was in the 7th percentile. Remember, smaller number, bad.
Sure.
Bigger number, good. He's 47th percentile. So he's increased from 46% to 62%. Still not a great finisher, but that's passable. His 3-point shooting at 34%. So through now, how many games does he have? 62, 120, 180. So roughly 200 games. Excuse me, not 120. 180, 130 games, 140 games. He's shooting about 34.5%, 35% from 3, which puts him in the bottom third as far as guards. But he's also not busted.
No.
So could he get better there? Yes. Has the rim finishing gotten better? Yes. Where you look at things is the turnover rate.
Loud turnovers.
And it's not just that, it's the volume. So his rookie year, he was in the 5th percentile at 17.5%. Last year, 13th percentile at 17.1%. This year, 15th percentile, 17.3%.
Staying in that area.
If you're doing that, your assist rate has got to go up. And
Big time.
And it's gone down every year.
We'll keep an eye on it. Blazers will take on the Pacers on tomorrow, at 4:30 on the road. That's a 4:30 tip at Indiana. Man, that's a bad stretch of teams. Pacers are bad.
I will watch
my Pacers.
11 billion Pacer games as opposed to 3 more Nets games. That team, that was I know we just got done talking about mental health, but I wanted to wash my mouth out with a revolver.
Yeah.
That was bad.
Bad sports is tough. Bad basketball is really difficult
It was
for
just,
me.
this is hard to watch.
Well, I'm glad I dodged a bullet. Thanks, buddy, for doing the heavy lifting.
I took one in the back of my brain for you. You're welcome.
I owe you one big time. We come back. We'll get into hour number deuce. The Green Bay Packers have come into the conversation with something that we all agree is really cool, but it could backfire on them real badly coming soon in the future. A lot to get to in the hour number 2. 105.1 The Fan.
Isaac and Suk here with Ken and Donnie.
From the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk, a Sports Center update on the Fan Sports Network, 105.1 FM and 1080 AM.
This Sports Center update is brought to you by Laurelhurst Market Steakhouse and Butcher Shop. A great spot for any occasion. Don't forget, you save 10% on your Butcher Shop order when you dine in. Menus and more at laurelhurstmarket.com. First on the Fan, your Portland Trailblazers picked up a win yesterday, beating the Brooklyn Nets 114-95. Toumani Camara was the leading scorer with 18 points as 7 Blazers ended in double figures. Portland will take on the Pacers tomorrow at 4:30, continuing their road trip in Indiana. Some NFL news for you as the Broncos are trading for wide receiver Jalen Waddle in an exchange for a first, third, and fourth round picks in this year's draft. The Broncos will receive a 4th round pick in return as Miami continues to load up on draft picks. The World Baseball Classic Championship is tonight as Team USA will face off against Ronald Acuna Jr. and Team Venezuela tonight at 5 p.m. Nolan McLean on the bump for the Stars and Stripes as Eduardo Rodriguez will throw for Venezuela. The U.S. enters as minus 280 betting favorites. Finally, some college basketball for you as we get the first 2 games of the first 4 as the UMBC Retrievers will take on the Howard Bison to decide who will be the 16th seed taking on Michigan out of the Midwest bracket. And in the West bracket, Texas will take on NC State today at 6:15 to decide who will take on BYU right here in Portland. And for more sports scores and stories in 30 minutes, I'm Casey Smith from the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk. Hurt, missing work, insurance companies acting like jerks? Don't call your mom. Call George McCoy at warrenallen.com.
the home of Dirt and Sprague. Weekday morning 6 to 10 a.m. The Fan Sports Network.
Hour number deuce here. Portland Sports Leader. If you missed any of the first hour, you can download that, the Fan Podcast, 1051thefan.com, the Odyssey app, wherever you get your podcasts. If you miss old Metcalf on Dirt and Sprague this morning, talking prospects, go back and listen to that wherever you get your podcast, the Odyssey app, or over on the YouTubes, rewind, fast forward. Except for Into the Future, for that would be impossibly. Impossibly.
Shout out my guy that knows ceilings.
Yeah, you know Metcalf, don't
Oh,
you?
yeah, those are all of my
Yeah,
guys.
Cool dude.
Oh, yeah, they all are. They'll be out here in a couple weeks for Hoop Summit.
It was so funny. I was listening to it, and I was like, Dirt asked him about prospect. They were talking about potential prospects for Portland, and I can't remember who it was. He said he was the kid from Michigan about being a Blazer fit.
Yoxel or Morris Johnson.
Morris Johnson, that's who it was. And Dirt asked if there's any other ones, and he was like, I can't help, man. There's a lot of really nice guards in this draft. And I was like, no, don't do it. I don't want more guards in Portland. And then Danny looked at me and he goes, what do we need in Portland? I was like, guard play.
Stuff.
I felt real stupid there for a moment.
It's like, well, they've got a center, they've got a wing, got kind of a combo wing.
Yeah.
They've got Dame coming back, but
Sure. How much of Dame?
like, how many of the guards in this draft are better than the guards you have right now?
Yeah, a lot.
As far as like the offensive side of the ball. You're
Yeah.
like,
No shot on Drew.
Yeah.
No shot on Dame.
No.
But the rest is tough.
No, Dame and Drew are stamped. They're going into the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, we're good.
We're not talking about them.
You good, boys.
We're talking about what else they have.
Drew, I know you're my guy. If you're listening right now, and I know you're a diehard P1 of this show, I love you, baby.
Yeah. Stuff.
I just want his hair, if I'm being honest. I think Drew has some of the better dreads in all of basketball.
Oh, they're so clean.
Well, Rob Will with the beanie on is real good look.
His are thick too.
It's a sharp. I like thicker dreads. If you're gonna dread out, I like thicker dreads.
Drew's are like majestic.
It is, dude. It is, man.
Because he's one of those guys who can let him down and play with him,
Or he
put
puts
him
him
up. Yeah.
Yes.
Some guys they have to put him up, and that's the only way they can go.
Like Jaw had to put his up.
Yes.
He has no choice. An interesting thought come across my timeline here as the president and CEO Ed Policy of the Green Bay Packers was kind of talking about franchise valuations, player contracts, etc. And he started getting into the conversation about what it's like to run a team that doesn't have an owner. And I think on the surface, Danny, it's a really cool concept. Look, there's a beer bar, Packer bar, that is Wisconsin themed in North Portland called Cerveza that I'm a diehard card carrying member of. I'm there frequently. I used to know the old owner before she sold and moved back to Wisconsin. I'm personal friends with a lot of the bartenders there. It is an amazing, amazing place. And they have a shareholder's receipt framed on the wall.
Yeah.
And it's just the concept is really cool about the fans owning the team.
They do, but
What Policy is talking about is he's talking about some problems here. We're soon to be the only stadium without naming rights because Soldier Field is going away. That's not a threshold we're looking to cross anytime soon, but we might be a little more aggressive with some of the other entitlement inventory we just hadn't taken advantage of in the past, including things like their training facility, Titletown campus, etc. Because what's going to happen, because they are not owned by an owner, if private equity comes into the NFL, they will be left behind.
yes.
And they will be that cool concept that they have will be the downfall of them. And when Lambeau
They can't keep pace.
And when Lambeau gets to the point where Lambeau, God help us all, when Lambeau needs to be torn down, there is a very good chance Green Bay could lose that team.
Yeah.
Now, you would think the NFL would never do that. You would never take the Cubs out of Wrigley.
No.
You would never take the Red Sox out of Boston. But Green Bay is a different situation.
It's a city of, what, 50,000?
It is the most unique, dare I say, coolest sports franchise from a community aspect of any of the major sports, maybe of the world, Craig. Like, how many people have that ability?
Top flight security of the world, Craig.
To say, I own this team. I am a part of this. But that could be your ultimate downfall. When do you, as a fan base, decide maybe it's time?
I'm sorry, I had Green Bay wrong. It's 106 to 107,000.
It's not a lot of people,
Smaller
man.
than Hillsborough.
Yeah.
To put in perspective.
And
Imagine if Hillsborough had an NFL team.
I mean, that's what it is.
That's what it is,
But
dog.
Hillsborough is in, like, Salem
Yeah.
area, Woodinville area.
Yeah.
Like, there's, you're not in the middle of nowhere,
But
but
you're out there. You're off the beaten path.
Madison's 40 minutes away.
Yeah.
And so, when do you, as a fan of Packer, if you're a diehard in the wool, nobody is a half-assed Packer fan. Those people don't
No.
exist. You are only full in. Do you ever have a conversation with yourself and say, maybe we should sell this team before we kill it? Is this hyperbole? Am I being crazy here? Am I fear-mongering?
No, I don't think so. I think it becomes one of those things where you sell off percentages of the team. I think that's what it comes down to. The other part of this is because, again, they are publicly owned in a sense, and their geographical location in Green Bay does make it a little bit more difficult to have, like, off-cycle events. Like, you
Taylor Swift ain't playing at Lambeau.
No. Now, could she because of the crossover potential?
I think it would be rad.
Sure.
But the Super Bowl will never be in Green Bay.
No. It's an open top stadium in Wisconsin.
I think it'd be rad.
I do too.
I think it'd be cool. But I mean, the city couldn't hold it.
No, it can't hold the capacity for it. I mean, we saw Detroit struggle with it. Detroit's a great convention city. There's a lot of things that go with that. And look, the Gorge is a place here that, big bands and big acts go to, and it sells out. Could you do that at Lambeau? Yeah, you could. You could do summer events and stuff like that in there, and spring events, and generate some more revenue. Like,
sure, do something like
the Foo Fighters, playing at PGE Park, kind of a deal.
Yeah, University. You know how Nebraska?
Or Providence?
You know how Nebraska was it Nebraska or was it Iowa volleyball? I can't remember which one that did the outdoor thing in their football stadium. Is it Iowa?
I think it was Iowa, Nebraska.
Okay, you could do something like
Nebraska
that.
women's volleyball does really well.
It's Nebraska then. You could do something with University of Wisconsin in Madison. I don't think you can do basketball because maybe early season game outside.
Snowing.
That'd be kind of that'd be kind of cool. But policy goes on to continue to talk. Packers increased their ticket prices between 3 and 11% depending on the section just last month. But then he said that there's a big gap between them and the other teams. He said, quote, despite the fact that we're probably a top 3 team in terms of demand, we're middle of the pack in terms of price. And that's where it's really going to hurt you.
Which I love.
I love that they're affordable. Yeah. But as the wheel turns and as the NFL continues to grow, and again, if private equity starts sticking its face in it, those tickets are not going to go 3 to 11%. They're going to go 40 to 50%.
Well, here's the thing.
Because you're going to have to make up that revenue somewhere else.
As it stands right now, the recent data from the 2024 season, the Packers reported basically $286.5 million. That's 13% up year over year from 23 to 24. Okay, and I don't know about if you know this thing, but since 23-24 and then 24-25 and 25-26, things have gotten better.
Yes.
In the sports economy. They've gotten better, especially particularly for the NFL. In 2024, the Packers were 12th out of 32 teams. They are just on the fringe of being a top 10 revenue-generating team, despite not min-maxing their profit threshold.
Because their brand, along with the Steelers and whoever the hot shot is at the time, which would be the Chiefs,
Patriots as they cycle through, but it's like it's the
Packers,
Steelers,
Steelers, Cowboys should be the top 3 brands, and therefore should be the top 3 money making. Look, Man United sucks. Well, they're actually okay this year, but for the last 15 years they've been dog.
And they still the number one revenue generator.
Hand over fist because of jerseys, ticket sales, etc. And they haven't won Squadouche in a while.
I mean, the Dodgers were that for the longest of time.
The Packers should be that.
Yeah,
they should be that, but they have their own restrictions.
And the thing is, it does present an interesting position because, when it comes time to vote.
Yeah.
As far as ownership goes, if private equity is coming in the league, but they're not going to be able to pull their weight because they can't have private equity, the league's just going to demand it be sold.
Right.
They're not going to have a choice in it.
Ooh, what's the payout on that?
Of your shares?
Of your shares? Yeah. What's the payout? How much does a share
I mean,
cost?
it's going to be above market share.
Yeah.
I mean, it should be.
If you own a decent amount, you could make out some good money.
Imagine if you bought in, like you've got 20%.
In the 60s?
No. The Acme Packers.
Yes.
In the 20s.
Yes, the boxing Packers.
Mm-hmm.
Like boxing factory Packers.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a lot of cheddar.
You're probably making out pretty good.
Making out pretty good. We'll keep an eye on that one as well.
It's when your last name ending in Kunst is probably a good thing.
Probably a good thing. When we come back, speaking of the cost for fans, I'm going to take you to Oregon State. I don't think you're going to like it, but let's get into it. 105.1 The Fan.
It's time.
Get to Web Gems in a half hour. I'll be interested in what Danny thinks about this. Heisman Trophy winner. Getting no respect. Getting no respect. We'll also get into...
Don't touch the jersey.
We'll also get back into the NFL here in a moment. Talk about that A.J. Brown situation. Post Jalen Waddle, DJ Moore, what A.J. looks like the future with the Eagles. And there's an interesting situation when it comes to their cap, so we'll get there in a minute. But I really hate doing this. I don't wake up in the morning mad. I don't put this on my sheet of like, you know what? Screw those guys. Let's keep piling on. I got some more Oregon State sports news for you.
Go on.
The University Budget Committee is discussing the Athletics Excellent Fee, meant to help generate $1.8 million into their athletic fund by adding $25 to the OSU base tuition. Okay, $25 doesn't seem a whole lot. However, there is a lot of students. This is a quote. The ASOSU president, Masha Moglevsky, something like that, said, quote, I think a lot of students feel like this comes at the cost of education, at the cost of other things. Students have a lot of emotions surrounding this conversation. You don't say
No
that
way.
the students are tired of your athletic program? You don't say. Now, this is an interesting thing to me because when I was in school, now I was in college 20 years ago, there was what was called a sports pass. And I am sure we were one of the few people that did this, and anybody out there, correct me if I'm wrong, I only went to my school. We had a sports pass that was $90.
Got you into all the events.
Got you into everything. Every football game into the student section, the volleyball game, swim, you name it, baseball, etc. Hell of a deal. Hell of a deal. I would have easily paid $200 for it.
Sure.
Because you go to like 4 football games and it's paid off.
It's paid for.
And then the rest of the thing is good. Not everybody has that in today's world, especially with NIL increasing the cost of operations for the athletic funds. It's just like, is anybody kind of reading the room around here? I understand that Oregon State, is going through it right now. And I understand that whatever the TV deal is, which we still haven't heard the numbers on for the TV deal, is going to be significantly less than what they were making in the original Pac-12. I think before you start passing the buck, albeit 25 is probably not really noticeable on tuition, but it's the aesthetic. Before passing the buck onto the students, maybe get your house in order first. Like, I don't knock on my neighbor's door and tell him, like, yo, bro, you need to mow your lawn when you look at my lawn. I don't do that.
No.
It's the throwing stone glass houses thing. Oregon State guys, just look around. The narrative around you is not great right now. And I'm your bro. Like I'm your fun cousin. Like, we hang out all the time. We go to all the events together. You host it one year. I host it the next year. Like, we're homies dyed through the wool. And it looks bad, bud. Like, I don't know what to tell you, man, but it looks bad.
3 words. Where's
Where's
the money?
I don't know, man.
Give the man his money. Like, we keep hearing about the war chest, the war chest, the war chest, the war chest. You know what I haven't heard in 6 months now? War chest has been removed from their vernacular.
I don't know. I think the war chest, I wonder if we all just got duped on it and it doesn't exist. My school included.
This is not what I said 6-7 months ago. Like,
Yeah.
Where's the money? When we started looking around going, we heard Nemex reporting of multiple players down at Oregon State about not getting paid.
Yeah.
It's like, what are we doing here?
And I gaslight myself into saying that it's a rainy day fund. Amigo, this might be the rainy day for Oregon.
Yeah.
Like, I know El Presidente down there, she doesn't want to fire Scott Barnes.
Which
You said you weren't going to fire Trent Bray, and you did that anyway.
I don't.
You fired Wayne Tinkle.
Yeah. I do not understand.
You're passing out money. You might not be passing out money to the right people.
I don't get it. Why would you allow him to make those hires? And here's the thing.
They could be really good hires, to be
Shepard
fair.
and the assistant from Michigan, they might
Joyner?
they might be really good coaches.
I'm real high on this Joyner guy. What May has done at Michigan
Doesn't
has
make a heck of a coach.
really turned that thing around. And Joyner is probably a huge part of the recruiting aspect there. It's easy to recruit at Michigan. But when you hear things like Yaxel was offered, 7-8 to go to Kansas, I think it was, would Michigan give him? Because he didn't take a discount.
Yeah, we talk about football schools that are in basketball.
Yeah.
Bryce Underwood got $8 million. So did Yaxel. You know what I mean? Like it that part of it matters. And the idea of like $1.8 million, really? You're really going to do this?
You can pass the buck on to the students for 1.8 is worth the publicity. If you said, we had tossed this around and we've decided not to do it and we'll pony up the extra 1.8, the fan base is like, thank you. Thank you.
Instead, you're going to pass the hat?
Yep. You're going to pass the hat.
Passing the hat at a public university that actually has...
And you are paying your new coaches pennies on the dollar.
That's I mentioned it a couple weeks ago.
What does Dana Altman make compared to what Joyner's going to make?
Probably more than that whole
Now,
staff.
Dana Altman is a hell of a coach.
But it's also
with a resume
still football versus basketball.
I know. With a resume as long as anybody out there that hasn't won a natty. Dana Altman's up there as one of the best coaches in college football, college basketball, that doesn't have a natty.
Wouldn't disagree.
But the gap between his pay and Joyner is stupid. Guaranteed. I don't even know what Joyner makes, but I guarantee you it's not.
It ain't much.
It ain't much. Maybe use that money and get rid of Barnes. Start this bad boy all over. Just that. If you fired Scott Barnes and added $50 and generated, what's the math on that? 3.6. I think the students and fans would.
I bet you they'd voluntarily do it.
I think they would too. It's just stop and look around.
The reading of the room, it's always the hardest when it's right in front of you. Or you just don't care.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Or you just don't care.
And I don't think at the very top in that school that they care.
Hey, I've asked this to Alex Brink on this show and privately. Where is football as a priority at Washington State? And he said on this show, we don't know that answer yet. We're about to find out. And I'll tell you what, there are times we talk to Coug Ludes out there. My boy Johnny, him and I are Wazoo diehard. If my school decided to shut down their sports and focus on education, I'm okay with that. Just make the choice.
Get in or get out.
Just make the choice. Don't dance around this. 10 toes down this bitch. You know? If Oregon State decides that sports is not a priority to them, fine. Just say it.
Just say it with your chest and get out and stop pretending.
Say it and act it. And
Yeah.
stop saying, we really care about our student athletes and the football program and the success of Oregon State basketball.
Shut down your front porch, which is your athletics, and go about your
Or
business.
stick with baseball, women's basketball. Find the things that are working for you. I mean, football, I don't think they can get rid of because of all the money they put into Research Stadium, and it is a hell of a renovation. It is gorgeous down there. I challenge you to go to a game in the next couple of years.
It's been a while.
It's really beautiful. So they're not going to bail on football, but you know what I mean? Like, are you in it or are you out?
Yeah. For sure. I get it. And that's the thing is, I hate doing this, but it's why I would bet on North Dakota State over the next 10 years than I would on Oregon State.
Oh, I don't think that's sad to do. I think that's a fact.
No, it sucks.
Oh yeah, I know, but it's a reality.
Like,
I would too.
If you're asking me who I would bet on over the next decade to figure things out across sports, I would take North Dakota State over Oregon State.
I would too.
That's a crappy place to be, man. And look, I got friends that went to North Dakota State. I lived there. Like, Fargo's a cool city. Everything.
I got a ton of friends that went to Oregon State. I got the kid behind the glass who went to Oregon State.
I don't like saying it. It sucks, man.
I don't either. My cool cousin. Their house is real cool. Their parents suck.
Right?
Yeah. My aunt and uncle suck. My Uncle Scott. That's so funny. I have an actual Uncle Scott, and he's awesome. He's like my favorite person in the whole wide world. Oh, well, good luck out there. We'll keep an eye on this as Oregon State continues to step in it, and maybe you just got to tear this thing whole down to the bottom before you get going back to the top. When we come back, let's get into this. With Jalen Waddle on the move, where does this leave A.J. Brown and the future of him and the Eagles, especially now that Dallas Goedert has been re-signed? We'll go there next, but speaking of the OSU kid over there, that's Casey Smith with sports.
Now, from the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk, a Sports Center update on the Fan Sports Network, 105.1 FM and 1080 AM.
First on the Fan, your Portland Trailblazers picked up a win yesterday, defeating the Brooklyn Nets 114-95. Toumani Camara was the leading scorer with 18 points as 7 Blazers ended in double figures. Portland will take on the Pacers tomorrow at 4:30, continuing their road trip. Some NFL news for you as the Broncos are trading for wide receiver Jalen Waddle in exchange for the first, third, and fourth round picks in this year's draft. The Broncos will receive a 4th-round pick in return as Miami loads up on draft picks. The World Baseball Classic Championship is tonight as Team USA will face off against Ronald Acuna Jr. and Team Venezuela tonight at 5 p.m. Nolan McLean on the bump for the Stars and Stripes as Eduardo Rodriguez will throw for Venezuela. The U.S. enters as minus 280 betting favorites. And finally, some college basketball for you as we get the first 2 games of the first 4 as the UMBC Retrievers will take on the Howard Bison to decide who will be the 16th seed taking on Michigan out of the Midwest bracket. And in the West bracket, Texas will take on NC State today at 6:15 to decide who will take on BYU right here in Portland. And for more sports scores and stories in 30 minutes, I'm Casey Smith from the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk. Hurt and missing work? Insurance companies acting like jerks? Don't call your mom. Call George McCoy at WarrenAllen.com.
The home of the Fan Happy Hour with Luke Anderson.
Excuse me, he looks really hot.
Web Gems coming up next, everybody's favorite. We'll get into that. Big Nooner. It's a free consultation Tuesday, Danny. I forgot already. How did I forget that?
Because it's a day that ends in Y.
I love free consultation. Get those in 503-864-6326. You need some bracket help? Need some St. Patty's Day help? Do you need some mental health? We can do that.
I wouldn't suggest any of my suggestions are not going to help you out. Well,
I told my therapist last night that I threatened my wife to go back to school to become a therapist. And she looked at me like, that's cute.
You think you can do that?
You psychopath.
You think you can go back to school?
Look, you're on day 2 and you're already falling apart.
No, it's good. It's good for you.
So free consultation. Plus, we're looking at some Blazer salary cap stuff. So there's a lot more to get to. Get those consultations in. Like I said, 503-864-6326. Excuse me.
What happened there?
I think I broke something.
Again?
Yeah. Uh-oh. We're going to have to solve that a little bit later.
Stop pulling on it.
I can't help it. Everybody does. I know Rob does. Everybody does. I think I just need to get it tightened down here. I think we'll be okay.
Go ahead. I'm going to need that.
What?
No. Just, you know what to do. Thank you.
Okay. All right. Well, I guess I'll find out later. Let's see here.
Quit pulling on it. I know. Everyone does.
I'm like sitting here like a little kid, too.
It's perfect.
Jalen Waddle was traded today to the Denver Broncos, which leads this offseason wide receiver merry-go-round crazier. We just came across the line. Hollywood Brown signed with the Chiefs. Is that what you said?
No, Eagles.
With the Eagles. Oh, hey. Speaking of the Eagles, Hollywood Brown to the Eagles, which
the Browns and the Eagles,
which keeps this AJ Brown situation very interesting. It's a little long, so stick with me. This came across from Mike Garofalo on NBC Sports. The Athletic's Dan Arous Sr. reported the Eagles will not trade A.J. Brown at this time. Does not sense real movement right now, but he believes general manager Howie Roseman will engage in potential trade talks over the weekend. The Eagles face a $20.5 million in dead money if they allow Goddard's contract to expire at the new void deadline on Monday, which they did not. They did get him to a new deal, but they were in a position where they couldn't keep both. Now, clearly they want to keep both, but I don't know how much this really changes the idea that A.J. Brown is most likely going to be traded, right?
I mean, you would think.
He ain't going to take less money. There's no restructuring that deal.
Not unless
what about A.J. Brown makes you think?
Well, if they move a guarantee around. That's
Yeah.
the only thing I can think of.
Yeah.
You move a guarantee around, and maybe, but I don't know if you're the Eagles if you want to guarantee anything, considering
The
where
volatility
things were.
of the man.
It's a little dicey. It's a little dicey. So,
And the question is like, what's the market for A.J. Brown right now? You know, nobody has been traded or signed to the level of A.J. Brown, so I don't want to say like DJ Moore or Jalen Waddle, for example, or this Hollywood Brown signing are of the same level as acquiring an A.J. Brown. But who's in the position right now to really go get a wide receiver? Who has the capital? Who has the cap space?
yeah, that's the thing is you can say this until you're blue in the face, regardless of what position you play. Like, Max Crosby now is looking around like, crap. How many teams have the capital? How many teams have the capital enough that the Raiders would take and also have the finances to make it work?
And how many people are going to pay what the Raiders want?
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's why to get it back into that Max fallout, it's just, if I'm Max, I'm a Raider. I'm here.
Yeah.
And we may be rough this year, but I feel good in 2 years. You have to, because I don't know.
Defense is better.
Yeah. If you're A.J. Brown, do you want to be traded?
Depends to where. Well, what's your motivation? Is your motivation financial? Then maybe.
Is your motivational stats?
Yeah. Is your motivation winning? Is it?
Those are three different things.
Is it where you're living? Is it
because
comfort?
they win and he's not happy?
Yeah.
He's paid and he's not happy.
It seems like he wants the ball and to get paid.
He wants the stats.
Yeah.
The stats and to get paid. Now,
which I would argue is the default position for most wide receivers.
Sure. That's kind of the how they're built.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to think off the top of my head. Good places for A.J. Brown to go to. I mean, I would love him in Washington, but that ain't ever going to happen.
AJ and Debo?
AJ and Scary Terry.
And
Debo's not there anymore.
Oh, that's right, duh.
Yeah, he's gone. AJ in Green Bay I would like a lot.
I mean, yeah, they need a wide receiver.
Somebody with a pulse. AJ.
Love would probably force feed him the ball, too.
AJ in Carolina.
He'd kill Bryce.
He probably would kill Bryce. Yeah, good call.
He'd stuff
if he
him in
already
locker.
hates Jalen Hurts, he definitely hates Bryce Young.
Yeah, like, I want the smaller, weaker, less intimidating version of Jalen Hurts. Bryce Young, come on down.
Who doesn't squat 500 pounds?
And now you have him and Tet McMillan.
Yeah. That would be terrifying, though.
I love Tet McMillan.
Yeah.
Here's the question, too. How much of what AJ's problems are real? You know, this I feel like this will be the new is Joe Flacco elite conversation. Is Jalen Hurts good? Because AJ Brown seems to think he's not.
Well, I think
and maybe not good. Good's maybe a little
Not
over
great.
exaggerating, but not as great as
Yeah.
he thinks or the team thinks he is. I don't know where I sit with Jalen Hurts.
I was definitely not a Jalen Hurts guy, and then I didn't go to like full on truther, but I'm like, he's good. But now I'm back, not as far back as I was, where I was like, I don't like him because for all of the like, he just wins. He does just win.
He wins, man.
Like,
He's won everywhere he's been.
That's the thing is like, there's those guys like Tim Tebow. All he did was win.
All he did was win
until he didn't. Sorry, Case. He got his one, but
again, he won.
He won. Like
Why
at
do
some
we
point,
have to keep doing
I know. Like Justin Fields doesn't win.
No.
You know what I mean? Like, go with Matt Leinart. We'll talk about him a little bit. Didn't win.
No, and that was why the Rams moved off Jared Goff.
Yeah.
He wasn't a winner.
Like, take an earlier draft pick and Josh Rosen. Didn't win.
Who's getting paid right now? Brock Purdy kind of wins football
Wins
games.
football games. Finds a way to win. Baker wins games.
Now he wins games.
Yeah. I mean, he did in college too. Like
he did. I mean, he has a Heisman. He went number one
that's
overall.
what I mean. Like there's something I don't like it, but I get it.
Would I rather have my quarterback play like Joe Burrow or Jalen Hurts? I'm taking Joe every day of the week.
Sure, but if you're telling me I got
Joe's also kind of a winner too, but Jalen has won.
Yes. Everywhere.
Including the big one.
Yeah. So
I mean,
like,
Joe's got a trophy and a natty.
He's pretty good.
Maybe the best team ever assembled.
But if I have to spin the chamber between Jalen Hurts or the field, give me Jalen Hurts.
And Joe also lost in the big one.
He did.
That is true. But they wouldn't have been there without him.
Yeah, so his defense is a little sus.
And that's the question I think people are asking about Jalen
No
Hurts.
question.
Why he will be the most controversial quarterback for the next 5 years.
Because you can't
are you winning because of him,
Yeah,
or
or
are
in
you
spite.
winning in spite of him? Because that roster's loaded. You just added Hollywood Brown to AJ Brown and Devonta,
Smith
like
and Goddard.
we're doing this again. Like
And
we just
Saquon?
Yeah.
and Saquon, like we're doing this again. We're just loaded on offense again. That's a nice place to be.
The thing about this is, I think this is what makes it interesting, is you can't look at Jalen Hurts and go, well, he's Trent Dilfer. Because he's not.
No, he's not.
This isn't Tommy Maddox. This isn't
Yes.
Trent Dilfer. This is not like, well, the defense is really good, but it's like, no, the defense is really good and the quarterback can be really good.
Yes. No, this is not a Trent
This is not a
Dilfer.
but, it's an and.
You're not watching football if you think this
Yeah.
is Trent Dilfer. And I don't like to say that very often because I know I need to watch a lot more football in my life. But, like, Jalen is not Trent Dilfer.
No. So
Jalen is closer to Eli than Trent Dilfer. Dude, Eli won. Eli
Yeah.
won 2 Super Bowls. And there's nothing about his body, his arm that really makes you go, whoa.
meanwhile,
Look at this.
Jalen does have some of those things.
Jalen can squat 1 billion pounds.
Yes.
He pushes an offensive line.
You know what? That's probably what it comes back to is 2 things. 1, he's a Philadelphia Eagle. 2, tush push.
That's why people are controversial on him?
I think so.
Well, I think this year you kind of showed if that offensive line is a little shaky, Jalen struggles.
Yeah.
Or at least he struggled this year. Now, I would also argue that's an offensive coordinator situation.
See where that goes after that.
Sean Mannion, shout out Beavers. He'll run that ship this year. Let's see what he does. Because Kellen Moore knew how to use him. And last time I checked, Kellen Moore knows how to use Tyler Shuck, too.
Mm-hmm. So see how it shapes out.
Maybe I'll be a Saints fan. Tyler Shuck. Shucking that ball. No, I won't do that.
That's tough.
Don't do that to yourself.
I don't want to do that
that's
to Tyler Shuck. You know me. If I root for something, they're dead.
I mean, it wouldn't be a long fall for the Saints.
You want me to be a
Back to
Broncos
you
fan?
being a
Go
duck
for it.
homer again.
Cheer on. Yeah, there you go. Duck homer it up and go cheer for Bo Nix and the Broncos.
No.
All about that.
Justin Herbert and the Chargers, duh.
I got no beef with the Chargers. Fine.
You got beef with Herbert, though.
I don't. I got beef with Herbert fans. You're all weird.
Like Canadians, huh?
Yes.
For the record, I like Canadians and Justin Herbert and Justin Herbert fans.
Nah.
You like Sam Darnold or Jalen Hurts?
Oh, Darnold.
I think so, too.
Yeah.
Web Gems, let's get into another quarterback. Is he being disrespected here? I think the man might be disrespected. We're going to go to USC just for Danny. Next, 105.1 The Fan.
The Fan.
All right, Web Gems, everybody's favorite. We do it every single day at 11:45, bringing you the stories you didn't know you needed. We'll get into some Blazers and the future projections of them next year, and it's a free consultation Tuesday. Get those in. You need some help? Brackets? Danny and I will talk to you about brackets for days. St. Patty's Day, I can tell you stories for days.
I do love it this time of year. Like, no matter what TV network you put on in the sports world right now, you've got the frame box where you've got it's not just the lower third, but you've got the side panel too, where it's just bracket matchups. Like, here's your matchup. Here's what this looks like. Here's your BPI. Here's your spread. Your win. Your everything. Every analytic. And I was like, yes, good. Put it in my veins. Put it in my veins.
It's so funny that this is such an insane marketing moment for like 4 or 5 days straight about a sport that a lot of people don't really watch.
Well, the funny thing is, it is the single largest loss of production in this country every year.
I believe that.
It is a literal billions of dollars of production is lost every year.
Oh, if I was working a desk job, I would quad box this thing.
It just doesn't. And if you are somebody who thinks it doesn't happen here, you're an idiot.
There is a good chance when we are doing our show from A that even though I know where we'll be, Sportsbook, the TVs are to our left. I don't know what my angle will be, so there's a good chance I will have my laptop up quad boxed.
Yeah, even though we have
the
40
TVs are right there.
And the other thing is, shout out all my high school teachers who rolled in the TV and let us.
Mr. Brown, VPS, that's my guy right there.
Screw
Coach Brownie.
Shout out Jim Mavison.
Yeah.
Maeve did it. Mackey did it.
Shout out Chris Brown.
Yeah.
He's an administrator now.
Maeve was the AD.
That's my guy.
Maeve was the AD at Beaverton, so my favorite history teacher of all time.
Yeah, shout out Chris Brown in Vancouver. You're my boy. That is a reminder that Fan Madness is back. We'll be up there this Thursday and Friday, March 19th and 20th. Dirt and Sprague, this show, happy hour prime time. We're all going to be up there live throughout the day. Don't miss a minute of the action. We'd like to give a shout out to our wonderful, wonderful friends at A, Window Nation, George McCoy at Warren Allen's Attorney at Law, Cricket Wireless, video only, March 19th and 20th at A Casino and Resort. Web Gems brought to you by the University of Southern California. As something weird is going on. So, Danny, you know this. If you win a Heisman Trophy at USC, your number is retired. That is an honor unlike any other, to be honest. Like, you won a Heisman and no one ever will wear your number again. We were just talking about Marcus Allen wore 33 at USC because OJ had worn 32.
Yeah, my bad. From one of the greatest running backs of all time to one of the greatest running backs of all time.
What's weird is there has been a lot of conversation. So, for real quick, OJ Simpson, Carson Palmer, Reggie Bush, Caleb Williams, and Marcus Allen all have their numbers retired.
Leinart, White, and Garrett.
Thank you for the rest of them.
So, yeah.
I
know. A lot of fans aren't used to counting that many Heisman Trophy winners. It's tough.
Okay, easy.
Did Swanee get his number retired?
Who?
Easy
Vince
ride,
Vaughn?
easy ride.
No, he's a Ring of Honor, but no, he's not. The only guys who were retired, and even then 55, which is Junior Seau, is not retired, but it is not handed out. It is a jersey that is earned. So if you ever see somebody on USC wearing 55, particularly on defense,
First round pick.
there you go. It's that's one of those things that kind of comes along with that. But I will say this too. For all of the having your jersey retired at USC, if you're at Memorial Coliseum, you see their jerseys, like they're in the stadium, like they're painted on the stadium, right? It's a big deal. There has been in the past, jerseys have been unretired if a player asks for it. Jordan Addison transferred from Pitt. He was the number one wide receiver in the country, and asked Carson Palmer if he could wear number 3. Jordan Addison went to Carson Palmer and asked him. Carson said, sure. Now, if a player is asked by a player who's also great, you can have that discussion.
Sure,
but
that's up to you. And you could say Carson could have said no, and I got no problem with it.
No, look, bro, especially if there are 3 players on this list where if you were asking him this, you're out of your freaking mind. Reggie Bush. You could say Carson. I think you can kind of put him on that list because he set the table for
Carson's
this.
a better quarterback, but Leinart's more decorated.
But Matt Leinert's one of the most decorated quarterbacks in the history of college football, guys.
And the conversation has been brought up multiple times to Matt Leinart about unretiring his jersey. Not asking to use it, unretiring his jersey.
There's a difference between the two.
Very big difference between the two, and he has come out and said absolutely bleeping not.
No. And I don't blame him.
I also cannot believe, dude, we just got done talking about Oregon State, and like, read the room. SC, read the room here, bro. You can't ask Matt Leinart. He's on TV.
It's like it would be,
he's on the second biggest college show in the country.
It'd be asking Tebow to, hey, you're cool with somebody wearing 15, right?
Carson won you 2 natties and a Heisman and
went to a
almost won a third. Yeah, I don't understand it.
It's one of the most decorated. This is not my USC bias. This is not the homerism. It's one of the most decorated college quarterbacks in the history of the game.
Is 11 like some sought-after number
It
by
is.
the youth?
It is.
Why?
I mean, 11's a dope number.
Is it because 11, I think of Matt Leinart when I think of 11?
That's part
well,
of it.
that's why you don't get it.
It looks good.
I'll tell you what. You win a Heisman and 2 natties, you can come talk to me.
Yeah. Yeah, I tell you what.
But if you win a Heisman and 2 natties, your number is being retired.
I tell you what. You win the Heisman. You can go ask Matt. Hey, mind if I
Can I wear 11?
I'm coming back next year.
I bet you he says no.
I bet you says yeah.
Now he says no.
Yeah.
Because it's like, why do you guys want my number so bad? Get your own number.
Also, the other part of this is like
The white with the red shoulders and the 11. Sexy.
like
I knew I shouldn't have brought this up. I was just going to get you going.
Well, no, the thing that sucks is like the 3 probably like best looking quarterback numbers in my opinion, 11, 12, and 13. They're all retired. It's like,
well, cool, man. If you're Juan Soto and you want to be number 2 for the Yankees, it ain't going to happen, bud.
yeah, you know what I mean?
Sorry, man. That's why you wear 22. Because you can't. Sorry, bud.
Them's the breaks.
0 through 10 is taken, amigo.
Look, it's one of those things like, look, I was getting in trouble with this one. The Trailblazers have far too many jerseys retired.
Who's retired? I don't know who's retired for the Blazers.
Bobby Gross and Terry Porter both shared number 30.
How can you?
Because Bobby Gross played on the title team and they didn't
Two
retire
guys
it.
doing one job. We got to do something about that.
Yeah. And you know what number Rasheed Wallace wore? 30.
30?
Like,
how can you have a number retire but let people wear
the
it?
only numbers that should be
is
retired
confusing.
by the Blazers right now are Bill Walton, Dame when he retires, Clyde, and LaMarcus. If you want to say Maurice Lucas because he was on that title team and he was so important, you can make that argument. I got no problem with that. But as far as like longevity in this, who I left out of here was Brandon Roy, because he just doesn't have the longevity.
Right.
But as far as importance in those things, Brandon is one of the most important figures in the history of the organization.
Sure, we handed him the keys to the city the day he was drafted.
But you look at USC.
I even like Brandon Roy, and he's a Husky. He's probably the only Husky I've ever rooted for in my entire life.
Right? You cannot go to Matt Leinart or Reggie Bush and ask them to unretire their numbers.
Definitely not Reggie, especially considering everything he's gone through.
No.
They took his Heisman Trophy away.
Yeah. And USC went with it.
You said this in the break. You want to unretire OJ's number due to,
Yeah.
the thing? Go for it.
Posthumously.
I don't
He
got
ain't
a problem
around.
with, I don't got a problem with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And here's the thing. Nobody else is going to care either.
You know who else wore number 11? Drew Bledsoe.
It's a great quarterback number,
It's a
man.
good quarterback number.
Also, a thing with the who wants to be the dude who wore 32 next?
I mean, somebody out there's a psychopath. Also, 32 is a banger of a number.
It's a nice number, but again, you go to USC. Who wants to be the next guy?
I just wonder if the relationship between Matt and USC is strained a little bit. I don't get it.
It's
You said it about Tebow, dude.
Yeah.
Like, the best quarterbacks I ever saw play in my life in college football history, whether it be one season, multiple seasons. Most of them are multiple seasons because I don't really love one-hit wonders. Cam's the one hit, so I'll give Cam. It's probably Tebow and Leinart. Vince Young.
not a lot of those where you're like, oh, that dude's the best in the country by a order of magnitude great.
Jason White at Oklahoma. No, pass.
Like Peyton.
Peyton at
Luck.
Peyton at Tennessee. Luck at Stanford for sure. Elway for that matter. I didn't watch Elway, but
Yeah.
if you want to talk about it, Staubach at Navy.
But like those are like the greatest
Yeah,
quarterback seasons of
I
all
just
time.
don't think you mess with that stuff. Not with players like that. Look, if you're
If you're
I
talking
hate
about
to say
NFL,
this-
it's different, but
look,
it's
I hate to say this. If you want to talk about Carson Palmer in this case, I would listen to it. Carson doesn't have 2 natties
No.
and almost a third.
No.
Like Leinart and Bush are the most decorated players maybe in college football history. Well, Tebow's up there.
Yeah, I mean those 3 guys are on the Mount Rushmore.
Yeah.
So Yeah, messing with that just feels weird.
Well, let's get into the big nooner. We'll get back into the Blazers. I came across salary cap numbers for next year, and I want to start having that conversation. Look, we know where this season is going. Let's start talking about the next steps for this team and how they continue to progress, plus a free consultation, Tuesday. Get those in, 503-864-6326. The big nooner's next, 105.1 The Fan.
Allen Sports Desk, a Sports Center update on the Fan Sports Network, 105.1 FM and 1080 AM.
First on The Fan, your Portland Trailblazers picked up a win yesterday, defeating the Brooklyn Nets 114-95. Toumani Camara was the leading scorer with 18 points as 7 Blazers ended in double figures. Portland will take on the Pacers tomorrow at 4:30, continuing their road trip. Some NFL news for you. As former Browns offensive lineman Wyatt Teller has agreed to a 2-year deal with the Houston Texans. The deal has a max value of $23 million as Teller finds himself a new home in Texas. Hollywood Brown is signing a 1-year deal with the Eagles worth up to $6.5 million as he is in his 4th or 5th year in the league. And over to the World Baseball Classic. Championship is tonight as Team USA will face off against Ronald Acuna Jr. and Team Venezuela tonight at 5 p.m. Nolan McLean on the bump for the Stars and Stripes as Eduardo Rodriguez will throw for Venezuela as the U.S. enters as minus 280 betting favorites. Finally, some college basketball for you as we get the first 2 games of the first 4 as the UMBC Retrievers will take on the Howard Bison to decide who will be the 16th seed, taking on Michigan out of the Midwest bracket. And in the West bracket, Texas will take on NC State today at 6:15 to decide who will take on BYU right here in Portland in the first round. And for more sports scores and stories in 30 minutes, I'm Casey Smith from the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk. Hurt and missing work? Insurance companies acting like jerks? Don't call your mom. Call George McCoy at WarrenAllen.com.
Your home for the Oregon Ducks, the Fan Sports Network, 105.1 FM and 1080 AM. The firm of Harris and Meringue. Not ambulance chasing, but plenty of rides in one.
From the hips down, man, it's a disaster.
The firm. Patrick Harris.
And someone crashed their car on the I-5 bridge.
Danny Meringue.
I've had some bad runs.
On the Fan Sports Network, 105.1 and 1080. The Fan.
2 down, 1 to go here. The firm of Harris and Meringue. We do this bad boy every single Monday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. Happy to have you part of our day. We are stoked to be a part of yours. After us, we'll toss it over to Duck Insider, then the Fan Happy Hour with Luke Anderson, and then, baby, it's prime time from 3 to 7. And wear your green and get your brackets. Isaac and Suk are hitting the road for St. Patty's Day, thanks to Tullamore Dew. They'll be bringing luck to your bracket, and you can do it with a little Tully or a huge whiskey selection or a cocktail. Come hang out with the Fan Tuesday, March 17th. That's today at Front Row Bar and Grill off Embry Drive in Hillsboro, near Hillsboro Stadium. It's a St. Patrick's primetime party. Primetime party brought to you by Tullamore Dew. Today is also bonus coverage. Timbers Fan, myself, and Jake Zivin from 7 to 8. Talk about the disaster in Houston and extra time, and maybe we'll get into a little bit of the call-ups from the national teams as Aravena and Finn Sermon have been called up, how that affects, although they're about to take a quick little break. So tune in, Timbers Fan, myself, and Jake Zimmerman from 7 to 8 right here on your home of the Portland Timbers, a local professional sports team in this town.
There you go.
Free consultation coming up here in a moment, so get those in. We're starting to fill up, so I'm going to need you to hustle on that. But Danny, this came across my timeline a few days ago. I was kind of waiting for the right time to have a conversation with you about it. It's cap space, projected cap space for next season. And look, Chicago's got a bunch. The Lakers got a bunch. Brooklyn has a bunch. Weird. What do 2 of those 3 teams have in common? They're bad. But you get to Portland, and Portland is going to be somewhere around $15.1 million in cap space. You're kind of, interesting. I just looked over at you and you're kind of like, okay.
I was looking at something else too.
Okay.
I was bouncing around by my head. I was trying to put those two things together. Now the cap space situation is going to be really interesting because we've now reached the point where the new CBA ramifications have run its course.
Yeah.
First apron, second apron, the readjustment of next guy up getting paid not being the thing. Like, no one's handing out the Zach LaVine, Domas Sabonis, Karl Anthony Towns, John Morant, Trae Young deals anymore. Like,
nobody
Trae
wants
got
to.
traded. They're trying to trade Ja. Zion
They're trying desperately to trade Ja.
Zion is getting his butt in shape. The PR tour for Zion right now has been kind of fun. But he is legitimately in shape. He's in the best shape of his NBA career.
Saw him on SportsCenter the other day on the TV behind me. You had it on. And
he's jacked.
Yeah, he looks good.
It's like I hope the kid figures it out because he's super fun. But the adjustment period has taken place, and you're looking at, if you're a GM worth your salt, you're looking at where the market inefficiencies are. Whether that's with converting 2 ways into full contracts, and min-maxing those contracts, which Presti was kind of one of the first ones to really do that a while ago.
He's done it really well too.
They're horribly called scam Presti deals because you take a guy who's maybe a little bit desperate and you give him a 4-year deal with a team option in year 4. It's not worth a ton, but you know what he's not doing anymore? chasing.
Yeah, he's not a free agent anymore. He's got a home.
He's got guaranteed money, and even that 3 million bushes or 3 million is better than
no million
in the bush. You know what I mean? Like it's 3 million birds is better than no millions in the bush. So can you min max? Your scam deals, which is City Sissoko's on a cheap deal, Vit Krejci's on a cheap deal, to an extent. Damian Lillard is on a cheap deal.
Very much so.
His deal is going to go down. Like there's Denny Avdia's on a cheap deal.
I mean, Donovan's on a rookie deal.
Scoot's still on his rookie deal.
I mean, the sense of like what your output is compared to what you are paying Donovan Clingan is
Denny
awesome.
Avdia is on the best non-rookie
Yeah.
scale deal in the entire league.
Ditto on Denny.
So and it was like, well, they paid Jeremy too much. They paid Drew too much. It's like, do they? Because the rest of the roster is fine. And if you're gonna make a trade, you have to have salaries there that make sense if you're gonna move guys.
And that's what I was going to ask. Like, how does Portland use 15 mil? To me, doesn't seem like a whole lot, and I'm not very versed in this. That's
facilitation.
That's why I have you here. Is it in this team's improvement to next year? If it can't just be guys getting better, is this more of a situation in which trades have to be the route, or because 15 mil doesn't seem like a lot to me?
No,
and I don't think a new owner is going to come in and want to go over the cap.
No, you don't want to start that clock just yet, and you've got rights to go over on some guys. Like your two free agents are Matisse Thybulle and Robert Williams III. Can you bring them back? Potentially.
In that 15 mil range together, maybe.
Maybe, but do they want to be here?
Right.
Like, what direction are they headed with things?
Rob's getting older. He's probably want another real shot at a ring now, not in 2-3 years if we're in a good spot.
Sure. So, but those are questions you have to ask yourself. Like, if you do that, well, guess what? Now you got to go get a backup big. And how many backup bigs are going to be better than Rob? Now, the health is the real question, but when he's healthy...
Dude, even with the health, I don't know if there's a backup big in the league better than Rob Will.
He's a monster. Like,
yeah, if the only thing about Rob Will when it comes to health is if he was healthy all the time, he wouldn't be a backup big.
No, he'd be a starting big.
Without a doubt.
100%. So now you're going in next year with Young Hansen as your backup big, which if he grows and can be a 10 to 14 minute a night guy, fine. But with Hansen and Donovan, what don't you have? You don't really have anybody mobile. You've got two real big boys.
Big stones.
What is Rob? Mobile.
Yeah.
And so it allows you to play different ways. So if you're not going to be able to re-sign Rob, you got to find another way to go get another big who's maybe a more of a change of pace to figure some things out. And then your depth, how much are you going to invest in guys? Like, do you want to bring back Tease? If not Tease, how about Blake Wesley? Are you looking at converting Caleb Love from a two-way to a full contract to be your break glass in case of emergency third guard?
Sure.
Or are you trying two-way him again? Like, those are the things you have to consider before you get down the path of like, well, how much cap space do they have? You
got to figure out what you're doing in-house first.
Not only that, you need to figure out what you're doing out of house as it pertains to trades.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing.
Then you line everything else up after that.
Because, that would be the thought. If this team really wants to improve next year, it's going to probably need to take a swing at something. I don't know if that's Giannis or whatever that swing might be, because quite honestly, I don't really know who's available, and we won't know until the offseason comes
Well, that's
around.
the thing is like,
that's the other thing, man. If nobody's available, nobody's available.
But, last year, Dame gets hurt, Tatum gets hurt, Hallie gets hurt, in the playoffs. Changes everything. The whole dynamic of the league shifted. And like how you look at players and how much we're talking about calves and Achilles and hamstrings. And
I mean, the ripple of Luka will be the largest ripple maybe in any pro sport we've ever seen.
Anyone can be traded at any given time. So
more so than anything that's ever happened in baseball. I mean, when Alex Rodriguez got traded to the Yankees, people were like, whoa, oh God, why? But he wanted out of Texas, and they needed to move him because he was really expensive, and they weren't winning.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, Alex won 3 MVPs down there, and they never made the playoffs.
It's just wild to think
and
about.
he hit 50 home runs every year. So, like, that's just getting a guy out of a spot.
But
Giannis wants to get traded. That's getting a guy out of a spot. Dame's the same.
Does Zion get moved? Does Ja get moved? You already saw Trey get moved.
But
we saw
Luka
Jaren
didn't
Jackson
want to get moved,
Luka
and he got moved
moved
in the cover of darkness.
Kevin Durant's out here, whining at everybody right now because
I'm the offense. Did you see that last night?
Well, I mean, yeah. And then he said,
I'm the offense.
maybe I need to get out of the way and I need to go stand in the corner and space the floor. He's doing the both sides thing. I love KD. It's so fun. But yeah, no, it's
just a troll.
And not only that, free agency, salary cap stuff, like players don't go to free agency anymore. That's not what happens.
They don't. We were just
It's
talking
scary.
about that.
Like Donovan Mitchell You know, when he got traded to Cleveland, everyone's like, oh, he's going to go to New York in 3 years. Like, he's actually going to wait. Well, guess what happened?
He signed a fat extension.
He got the full max extension and was said, thank you, sir, I'll take another. And here's the thing. I was like, I'll go with Giannis. I'd love to see him as Trailblazer. The Bucks have the opportunity to present him with a full max extension. I have yet to see a single player in the history of the NBA be presented a full max extension and not sign it.
Not LaMarcus when he was here?
He wasn't presented with a full max.
Wasn't a full max, right. Wasn't quite there age-wise. Time served.
Oh, no, he had everything. He was 9 years, all NBA, all the things.
Was Supermax not around then?
But he just, yeah. So.
Oh, he was not offered the Supermax. Oh, now I follow. Now I see it.
So.
Now I see it, governor.
So, yeah, I have yet to see a single player offered it, not sign it.
That's a fair point. I mean, that's a lot of cheddar on the table to leave.
It's the only time you can get it.
Yeah, would you stay
You got to spend the years, and you got to have everything line up, the all NBAs.
Dude, let's put this in work context. Like, are you going to stay at your job that loves you, but is not where you want the job to be?
But you don't hate it.
You don't hate it, but you know that job down the street could be a little better.
Could be worse, though.
But it's also a lot less money. You might just take the bag. Giannis got a chip, too. When you got a chip, we're chilling.
You don't have to chase.
I don't got to chase anything. I will go down in history.
So, yeah. The we're hitting that point of the season where we start looking a little bit at the offseason stuff. Like, okay, what is the salary cap look like? What does free agency look like? What does the draft? Once the lottery hits, that's when stuff starts to lock in because you know kind of
know
who's picking where, how things can shape up, what's the value of your pick, those kind of things.
I have two of them. I would give one of them for a top 3 pick in this draft. Honestly.
Yeah,
I would.
Hey, man, I had a buddy.
Just to have one of those 3 dudes here in Portland, I would give one.
I had
of
a
them.
buddy who had cancer, lost one. Now he has a prosthetic.
I don't even need to get the prosthetic. Look, I'm not having kids.
We called him Wrecking Ball.
Yeah, I believe it. I will solo dolo for AJ DeBonsa, Cameron Boozer, or Darren Peterson.
Just tuck it back. It's more aerodynamic.
I don't think anybody would care. I won't care.
Who's going to notice?
I don't think the wife would care either.
Stop pulling on it.
I can't help it. Everybody does. That's good.
Thank you.
That's good. Nice job, kid. Nice job. Free consultation is next. Let's get into it. Get those questions in. 503-864-6326. Do you need bracket help? Do you need St. Patty's Day help? We have a follow-up from last week that I'm so stoked about. So free consultation is next. Hang out with us. That's Danny. I'm Patrick. 105.1 The Fan. Free consultation here. We do it every single Tuesday at 12:15. Here to help you out in anything you might need in your life, your work life, your sports life, whatever it could be on this fantastic Tuesday. It's St. Patty's Day. Do you need some Patty's Day love? You worried about your bracket? You worried about your relationship?
My bracket was okay last year. I think I ended up in like the high 80s. A couple years ago, I finished one in the 97th percentile. I was like, ooh, but I've had some bad ones in between.
Dude, my brackets are always bad because I take Kansas or Tennessee too far. The only time I ever took Kansas far and was correct on it, because there are times when they win, I just didn't take them far. But it seems like I always pick the wrong years to take Kansas far. Sorry, Rob, you can blame that on me, Rock Chalk. I took the Chalmers year. I have them over Memphis that year. That's one of my better brackets.
There you go.
I have Florida's first title. I did not have them beating George Mason in the Sweet 16.
Didn't have that one?
I think I had Rudy Gay and UConn in there. But that's probably won me the most money, that bracket. The next year Florida bracket was really good. Everybody picked Florida to win.
Well.
So it was like hard to – you return 6 guys and, yeah, you're going to win.
They all go to the NBA.
Yeah, so that was tough. But yeah, I think my brackets do okay. I just always do something stupid and take somebody to the Sweet 16 that I shouldn't, or somebody to the Elite 8 that I shouldn't, or should have taken somebody. This year, the big pick for me is I will have Michigan State over UConn. But I don't remember if I said this on the air or not, but anybody that doesn't watch college basketball will always take Michigan State to go far, and it drives me bonkers on years that they're actually really good, because it's like everybody just believes in Izzo.
Yeah, no, there's certainly there's some platitudes that go along with it. Not just Izzo, but you see Indiana in the bracket, it's the Hoosiers, you gotta roll with them.
And then there's Patty over here who's like, Hoosiers haven't been good in 20 years.
Well, no, but I think
yeah.
What ends up happening is you see UCLA in the bracket and you're like, oh well,
VCU, Shaka Smart,
yeah.
hasn't been there in 15 years.
Yeah, it's like, oh, it's been a long time.
Yeah, it's been a long time.
Florida Gulf Coast, you're like, they could do it again. It's like, no.
No, Randy Ensign's already been fired from his next job.
Yeah, it's not how it's going, guys. Texas is good at basketball. No.
Loyola Marymount, Oklahoma got their coach, and he can't make the tournament the last 3 years.
And the sister passed away.
Sister Jean,
yeah,
and she passed
away.
The Magic's gone.
Loyola Chicago.
Yeah, Loyola Chicago.
Oh, did I say Loyola Marymount?
Yeah.
My bad. I got WCC on the brain.
Was she like 105 or something?
I think she passed triple digits.
No, she did. She 100% did. I could have swore she was like clear past it.
I think she passed
1919 to 2025.
Yeah, dog. She was 106, dog. She was old.
Damn.
105, 106?
106.
Yeah, that's crazy, dude.
And that gets into our first free consultation here. GU fan, this comes from my boy Duncan on the YouTubes. GU fan, Gonzaga fan, right there with you, amigo. Let's go, Zags. Should I go to the game at the Moda Center or watch every game at home that day? This is a tough one, man, because Danny and you and I have been talking about, now you got a different angle on it because you want to see DeBonsa and A-Cuff, and I get that, the nerd recruit scouting guy that you are.
Not only that, I'll go down there, I'll go on the floor pregame and go talk to some scouts.
Yeah.
And
so that's a little different for you, but I've been kind of wrestling with that too, the thought, and I'm a GU fan too. It's like, I can get off the air on Thursday and get to the Moda Center to see the game, no problem. Do I have the Skrilla to get a ticket to the game? Yeah, I can probably make that happen. I don't think I'm going to go. I think I'm going to watch all the games on TV.
Yeah.
I think that's the consultation I give. Now, if Gonzaga was playing Kentucky and Seattle, go to that. Go to that. If you want to go catch a game at the Kennel or the Spokane Arena, go to that. I think personally for me, the only way I would really love going to the Moda Center for these games is if I went all sessions. If I saw all the games.
Oh, there you go.
Like I went to the PK, I think I went to PK 75, PK 80.
Yeah.
I don't remember which one I went to. And I caught the full day at the Moda.
Oh, yeah.
I kind of wished I had veterans tickets because I liked some of the teams. But I liked the teams more in the veterans bracket. But the better teams were at the Moda. Understandably. And I went all day, and that was awesome.
It's a blast.
To go for just one game, I don't know.
Depends on who's playing, though.
Sure, I mean, if it's DeBonsa Peterson, yeah, I'll go to one
What
game.
I mean, is your school playing?
Sure. Sure.
Is the top player in the country or top draft pick playing? Like, go do that. The cool thing about DeBonsa, and I brought this up a couple times now, if you're in Portland, you're going to have a chance to see AJ DeBonsa play 3 times in this city before he's ever a pro.
Yeah.
Twice in the Nike Hoopa Summit and at least once at BYU.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Also, man, everybody hating on BYU. It's a trendy pick to lose.
Well, when you don't have Saunders.
Saunders, dude, go back and look. When Saunders, I know you know this, but when Saunders went down, that team hit the tank. DeBonsa's going to have 40 in every game.
That's the thing is
he's going to have to Ja Morant this.
College basketball is, the depth is not there.
No.
Unless you're Florida, it's like, or Duke, one guy, especially on the offensive side, and the scaling between guys that are good and the guys that are really good is huge. Like, think about how many guys go to the NBA every year. It's not me. Was the number we said?
It's like 60 guys from the 2 rounds of the draft.
Yeah.
And then a few handful unsigned and some 2-ways. So maybe 70
and
players.
361 Division I basketball teams.
What's the lifespan of an NBA player?
I think it's 4.5 years.
Oh man, that's not much.
No.
That second contract.
But it's guaranteed.
Well, I know, but that second contract's hard to get, is what you're saying at 4.
But that's why I always say, it doesn't matter if you're first round pick, second round pick, undrafted. You get a second contract, you are a success.
Yes, without a doubt.
You get a guaranteed second contract. Congratulations, you have beat the allegations.
Made it. You have made it.
Because I think the last check, it was like something like 5,700 total NBA players in the history of the league. It's not that many.
No, it's really not.
It's
really not.
Just think about that right now. It's 361 Division I basketball teams. Just go on average. Let's just round number 10 players. 361 times 10.
That's 36,000. I'm just joking. It's 3,600.
That's as many. That's as many players now, basically, or twice as many players that have ever played in the NBA.
Yeah.
In any, regular college basketball.
They just did the top 75 in NBA history, and 15 of them are still playing, And now we're in a freak generation, that's for sure. But still, the league is as old as it is, but the top 75 stretches all decades. But it's a lot of players that I have watched.
More current guys.
It is a lot of players that I have watched, too, from the 90s, etc. All right, let's keep this free consultation rolling, and we have a follow-up from last week's consultation. We'll start there, but over there, that's Casey. He's got sports for you.
Now, from the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk, a Sports Center update on the Fan Sports Network, 105.1 FM and 1080 AM.
This sports update is brought to you by Reynolds Defense Firm. If you've been arrested for a DUI, you need a team of attorneys that you can put your trust into. Call Reynolds Defense Firm today, online at reynoldsdefensefirm.com. First on the Fan, your Portland Trailblazers picked up a win yesterday, beating the Brooklyn Nets 114-95. Toumani Camara led the way for the Blazers. He had 18 points as 7 Blazers ended the game in double figures. Portland will take on the Pacers tomorrow at 4:30, continuing their road trip over in Indiana. Some NFL news for you, as former Browns offensive lineman Wyatt Teller has agreed to a 2-year deal with the Houston Texans. The deal has a max value of $23 million, as the 2-time All-Pro guard has found himself a new home in Texas. Hollywood Brown is signing a 1-year deal with the Eagles worth up to $6.5 million. Brown played with the Chiefs in 2025, recording 49 catches for 587 yards and 5 touchdowns, acting as a consistent option for Patrick Mahomes. The World Baseball Classic Championship is tonight, as Team USA will face off against Ronald Acuna Jr. and Team Venezuela at 5 p.m. Nolan McLean on the bump for the Stars and Stripes, as Eduardo Rodriguez will throw for Venezuela. Finally, some college basketball for you as we get the first 2 games of the first 4, as the UMBC Retrievers will take on the Howard Bison to decide who will be the 16th seed, taking on Michigan out of the Midwest bracket. And in the West bracket, Texas will take on NC State today at 6:15 to decide who will take on BYU right here in Portland for the first round. For more sports scores and stories in 30 minutes, I'm Casey Smith from the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk. Hurt and missing work? Insurance companies acting like jerks? Don't call your mom. Call George McCoy at warrenallen.com.
Recruiting with Andrew Nemec, Thursday evenings at 7.
This is a continuation of free consultation. We do it every single Tuesday at 12:15. Keep this going. I teased it, and we'll get into it. We have an update from last week's free consultation. The question was...
Go on.
The question last week was asked, should I take my friend out for his birthday despite his super pregnant wife saying he's not allowed to drink while I'm super pregnant? What should I do? It was very divisive here. Danny was like, respect the lady, respect the pregnancy, and don't take the buddy out. And I was like, screw that, bro. We going partying. Free consultation. A fun follow-up from last week. What is the best way to apologize to a buddy's pregnant wife after taking him out for drinks on his birthday? Yeah! If you're on I-5, honk your horn!
Almost like maybe you shouldn't have done that. Could have dodged that.
Opening day, and here's the first pitch, and the season's over.
Yeah. Probably could have seen that coming. But, it's easier to ask for forgiveness than permission.
Is it better? It's easier, but is it better?
Oh, that's an existential question that I don't know. Our show's almost over, Danny. I don't know if we got 3 hours left.
Because look,
to
man,
really get into
I'm
that.
really good at giving other people advice to follow, but let me tell you right now, follow on your own.
It's tough.
Or following the advice that should have been there in the first place. It's tough.
I can give you advice for days. That doesn't mean I'm following it myself.
I wish I would, to be honest.
As Rufio points it out, it depends on how scary his wife is. That is a factor.
All women can be terrifying.
I
Doesn't
also
matter
agree
how
with that.
big, how small. They can all be terrifying. And they can all ruin you.
Yeah.
And I mean that in the most complimentary manner.
Totally. I think flowers always go a long way.
Already there, huh?
What do you mean, dude? You make me sound like the worst partner ever. I actually rarely buy my wife flowers. That way, when I do it, it means a lot.
Oh, is that what you think it is?
I'm also not in the doghouse very often.
Okay. It happens.
I'm not.
Okay.
Why you sit here and you think like I must be the worst partner ever, and my poor wife just has to deal with me all the time.
No, but I mean, you are putting that out there.
I am putting that out there.
Just saying. No,
It's part of my persona.
Because how could you do that if you're drunk all the time?
Hammered.
Drinking.
I'm hammered right now.
Yeah, see?
What was it on Sunday?
2.1 pounds of weed.
2.1.
Not 2.2. Because that
2.1.
matters.
I almost texted you guys, but I didn't want to hear it from you. It was Sunday.
What time?
Puerto Rico-Italy game.
What time?
12:02.
There you go.
I waited till afternoon.
Uh-huh.
Well, I had to go pick up some beer for our Oscar party, and, well, I mean, I was there, so.
What time do the Oscars officially start?
They started at 4. But Puerto Rico-Italy was on the TV. So I was like, wow, I'm here.
Sometimes. I don't always freebase cocaine.
I walked in at 11:55, and my buddy was working. He was like, what are you having? And I was like, nothing for the moment.
Few toots.
I was like, nothing for the moment. And I'll have that Pilsner, please.
Yeah. Click.
I waited.
It passed noon.
I don't know. What do you think he should get his buddy's wife?
Better friends.
Dude, you're so savage at this. Play along, damn it.
I am. So look, man, pregnant wife is one not to mess with. Look, I'm not saying I wouldn't make the mistake, but like if you're soliciting.
I got it. A free night of babysitting.
Well, you give those up anyways.
No. You are the friend.
Oh, I think you're about the husband. I was like,
no.
Bro, don't mention that. That's not going to go well.
The husband might be hosed. Is Casey's camera on? I really hope it is.
It's not. It's so boring.
Okay. I think if you're his buddy, if you're the buddy,
our pets' heads are falling off.
If you're the buddy, I think you offer your buddy's wife a free night of babysitting and dare I say, buy the tab for dinner. Is that a good way? Does that meet you in the middle?
There's no meeting.
I'll watch the new kid.
There's no meeting in the middle here.
And I'll buy you dinner.
Just throw yourself on the floor and ask for forgiveness. When she tells you no, you've had enough.
Free consultation. How disciplined are you on not giving your dog food from the dinner table? This person has no willpower, can't resist tossing her some steak or bacon while she stares at us with those eyes.
I used to be really bad at it. Again, like very, very, very small quantities. My girlfriend now would murder me if she saw me doing it, so I don't do it. But also, she's more of the disciplinarian with the dog than I am because I'm a big softie with Dallas.
I'm the opposite.
Oh yeah.
Yep. I'm the drill sergeant. I do not feed either of my animals food.
With the dogs,
Human food.
I'm such a big softie. Now, I trained him, but I'm also a big softie.
I have
with dogs.
never fed. My cat is almost 8 years old.
Mhm.
I have never fed her food from my hand once.
And that's why it hates you.
And guess what? No, she loves me. She never comes begging around the table for dinner. She knows where her food is.
I mean, my dog knows where her food is, but she also.
My wife, though, on the other hand, feeds that dog every day.
I thought you were saying that your wife begs. I was like, I saw a viral clip the other day of women sidling up next to their men at restaurants and like doing the beat woman voice of like, is it okay if I get fries? Like,
honey, is it okay?
Yeah, like when the waiter comes over,
Yeah.
just to make it super awkward. So it's like, one, they're probably like body shaming them. Two,
Totally.
they're incredibly cheap. Three, they're beating them. It's like, I'm like, oh, that's so diabolical. Let me watch like 5 minutes of this. It's just unbelievable.
Let me
stuff.
see another one.
Yeah, one of the guys at K2 was showing me that one the other day, and I was just like, it's funny because it's not me. Although my girlfriend hit me with the surprise, I'm a random woman.
Mm-hmm.
And I couldn't really hear what she said. We were at Barnes & Noble, and I didn't hit her with a stiff arm fast enough. I just heard surprise, and I just wrapped my arms around her, hugged her, and she's like, you failed. You're dead now. You're dead to me. And I'm like, oh, God, no. I always thought I'd always be good at one of these, and I failed miserably.
No, that's why I've never picked. I don't pick up my wife that way. I never get expected to. It's
See?
like, Billy Crystal says that in When Harry Met Sally. I never take my wife to the airport because I never wanted to say, how come you never take me to the airport anymore?
Yeah.
I always read the last page of a book first. That way, if I die before I finish the book, I know how it ends.
There you go.
Like, dude.
Makes sense. Is that
I think you got props.
Why you don't work out?
I get tired and the weights are heavy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
See?
I get really tired. Real quick, free consultation. I kind of morphed this around from a YouTube conversation. How am I supposed to watch Luka Doncic play basketball?
I mean, you just do.
You know what I mean.
I know.
I struggle to watch Luka play basketball.
The whining's too much, but he's also still is he leading the league in scoring still?
But I'll tell you what, if the Timberwolves are on and the Lakers are on, I'm going to watch the T-Wolves instead.
Oh, hey, look.
Because I'm going to watch Ant instead of Luka. If SGA's on, I'm going to watch him instead of Luka.
No question.
If Jokic is on, I'm going to watch Jokic instead of Lukic. Dude, if Denny Avdia and Donovan Clingan are on, I'm going to watch him over Luka. Luka's a hard watch.
Oh, Luka's averaging 33,
Oh, I
9,
understand.
and 8 on 47, 36,
But you say this.
78
But you
splits.
say this all the time. Don't just watch box scores.
Oh, no,
His box score is fantastic, dude.
Oh, I know.
Luka's a top 5 offensive player of all time. Maybe.
Yes.
I really struggle to watch him.
I know.
I
But-
hate his game.
But I also say, like, when you talk about free throw attempts, Luka's got averaging one more a game than SGA. It's 10-9.
I'd rather watch Luka 8 days a week.
Luka?
SGA.
Oh, see, you heard it here first, folks. I'd rather watch Luka, even with the bleh of it all.
I'd rather watch SGA.
Just Canadians.
He's so weird.
Give me the Slovenian.
Well, I'm going to take this Blazer.
But yeah, no, it is tough though. It's a tough watch.
I'm going to take this. There's a Blazer question over on the YouTubes as well. We'll take into closing arguments to send you on your way. That was free consultation every single Tuesday at 12:15. When we come back, we'll close up shop. 105.1 The Fan.
It's time for Easy Play, brought to you by Home Z, making home improvement easy.
Garcia trying to give him the lead. On tour, Michael Garcia lines the ball left field, a base hit. Jackson Chourio comes home. Throw to third, timing play, everybody's safe. Venezuela's taken the lead. They've come back again. Started with a
That's Joe Davis on Fox as Italy's Cinderella night finally goes down as Venezuela takes down them. That is Mikael Garcia with the RBI that put them ahead, and they never looked back. Venezuela, USA tonight. That's where my TV's going to be, this Easy Play. Brought to you by HomeZ. Use HomeZ's online calculator to estimate your project instantly. Make it easy. Call HomeZ. That's HOMZE. HomeZ.com.
We just finished our roof.
All right, that's going to do it for us. Closing arguments brought to you by Leskin Law. Visit leskinlaw.com for more information. Coming up on the program tomorrow, we'll wrap up the World Baseball Classic. You can catch that tonight at 5 o'clock. USA, Venezuela. Nolan McLean on the mound for USA. I don't know who's throwing for Venezuela. Do you know that, Casey, and I wasn't paying attention?
Rodriguez.
Eduardo Rodriguez?
Rodriguez.
Boy, he could go 5 shutout or get lit in the first. Don't love that. That Venezuela team is good, though. But I think if America got through Dominica, I think they'll be okay.
You think
USA.
so?
USA, I do.
Okay.
I do. So we'll put a little bow on that. I want to ask the question, how to truly know if your coach should be fired. Not Tiago, but like coaches.
In general?
Like when to know is the right time.
Okay.
There's another team in Portland that's struggling a little bit with their coaching situation.
That ship might have already left port.
So we'll get into that. Plus, one college football team has 2 schedules. We're going to have to sort that out. And Jack Hughes is in the news again. But I wanted to bring this to your attention, Danny. Someone posted this on the YouTube chat. It's a little 10-toesy, but if you had to choose one of these, now this is a shot in the dark because we don't know the guy. We don't really know what he's going to do. But what do you think Dundon's top priority will be when becoming the owner of these choices? Analyzing the players and deciding on who to keep, finding a new coach, or getting a GM?
Players.
Yeah.
Evaluation period. He's already kind of doing that. I don't think you're evaluating your players first and foremost and what moves you will or won't make.
Yeah.
And then how does that fit in line with your GM and how does that fit in with your coach?
Players play. GMs don't play. Coaches don't play.
Know the players, know the coaches, know the GMs.
Seems pretty straightforward to me.
I've said this for years. It's nothing personal or anything along those lines. It doesn't take away from what a coach does or what a GM does. Players play.
Yeah.
It's that simple.
Yeah, I think you're right on that. I think I support
particularly
you
in
that as well.
basketball.
Yeah. Oh, definitely in basketball.
Basketball,
look,
especially.
managers in baseball make great decisions. In theory, make the right decisions at the right moment. Football coaching is. Where do you want to begin?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, quarterbacks still throw the football, and if you throw interceptions a lot, that is on you. But like schemes and run and pass, RPOs, nickel, dime, 4-3, 4-5, whatever. Like that, of course, is all over the board. I mean, soccer's a little bit like that too. Some of that goes on the players as well, but formations are a big key. There are more plays, quote unquote, run in soccer than there are basketball.
Probably pretty close.
You have set plays.
Yeah.
You have set plays, so that kind of helps. But formations and stuff like that, I would say, look, if I pick my starting 5 with a salary cap of any 5 guys that I want, not just like an all-star team, but any 5 guys, they're going to figure out how to play together.
Yeah.
It's not just Giannis and Luka and Jokic. It's not an all-world team with Wemby at the 5. No. Within the salary cap, if I decide, say, base my team around Ant Edwards, and you find a point guard and a small forward, etc., and you build it around whoever I want in the league, they're going to figure out how to play and they're going to win a title.
If they're good enough.
If they're good enough.
If the talent's there and it makes sense, that's really what it comes down to. I have yet to see a coach take subpar talent to win a title.
I mean, we said the only team to not do it without a superstar is the Detroit Pistons.
And they had 5 All-Stars.
Yeah.
So, subpar talent.
Let's see here. Clean up some stuff. Hollywood Brown to the Eagles. We talked about that. Ant Edwards looks like he's going to miss a little bit of time. Might be the right time to miss a little bit of time.
I think it's probably what they're thinking too.
All-America first team came out for college basketball. You get Cam Boozer, A.J. Debonsa, Darius Acuff Jr., Yaxel Lendenberg, and J.T. Toppin.
Yeah.
I'm surprised Toppin made the list. I mean, he's real good.
Yeah. I mean, so voting in college, you're going to still get a lot of the media members that are kind of old fuddy-duddies, like, you're going to do it this way kind of deal.
Yeah.
So
Peterson doesn't make the list because he is kind of weird and doesn't play all the time.
There's some stuff around him that
not everybody likes.
Yeah. He's not murdering anybody, but, people don't like it.
But this came in on the text line. Would Portland draft Acuff if he's available, assuming they don't really move up much?
At available. Yes.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Here's the problem. Is Danny and I were talking in the break. We think this top 5 is set. Now, the order of DeBonsa, Boozer, and Peterson could be up for debate.
Mm-hmm.
I'll bet you it goes Peterson, DeBonsa, Boozer.
Depending on the draft.
Right.
Yeah.
If Utah has one, they're going DeBonsa.
Yeah, depending on the lottery. And there's some teams that like Cam more.
At 4 will be Caleb Wilson.
Yep.
And I think at 5 will be Acuff.
Probably be Acuff. It becomes who's your flavor. Acuff, whether him, Flemings. God, I totally blank on the kid at Illinois point guard every single time. Keaton Wagler. God, I don't know why.
Do you think Yaxel translates to the NBA well?
Yes. I thought I had him as a lottery pick last year.
Okay.
So I think he got like a late first grade, which is why he came back, and he may or may not be a lottery pick because of his age, because he'll be 25 by the time the season starts, 24 by the time the season starts. He's older.
And you're just worried this is as good as he's going to be.
Which is like, yeah. Oh, no, it's Tumani Kamara, but bigger. Oh, weird. Like a guy who can do all of the things and is smart and useful. Like, I don't know when it got cool to turn away from good players. But, yeah, the mystery boxes are great and all, but I like players who can play. I
like both. Do you have a nice breakdown of UMBC versus Howard tonight?
No, that's taking a header off a cliff.
The line is UMBC by 1.5. Ugh. Way to go out on a line there, guys. Tonight's Texas NC State.
That should be interesting.
Should be an interesting game. I think I heard somebody, might have been this morning on the Sunrise guys, one of their guests, might have been Metcalf.
Mm-hmm.
If Texas wins, they could give BYU trouble.
Yeah. I mean, anybody can give BYU trouble because their offense is missing their second best offensive player.
Yeah, it's going to be AJ. But I'll tell you what, man, dude, if DeBonsa goes out there and drops 40 a night, that's going to be something to watch.
I mean, it's capable of it.
Very much.
So, I'd like to see it.
How much do you think these guys are balling out? Like, for guys that know they're not going to win an Natty, how much is AJ just going to ball for draft status?
I mean, go out there and have some fun, man. He likes to put on a show. I think he's going to.
I know he does. So I'll watch that show. I'll watch it every single time. Closing Arguments brought to you by Leskin Law. Visit leskinlaw.com for more information. Leskin Law's one-day divorce mediation, peace treaties, not war plans. That'll do it for us. We will catch you mañana. Enjoy yourself and be nice to each other out there. For Danny Marang, that's Casey Smith. I'm Patrick Harris. Go do something I would do.
Bye.